Oh my gosh, hello. What's up, everybody? I am first stream I think I've ever been late to, possibly. And you can all safely blame Birdie. And I had to take her out right before stream started. Safely blame Birdie. Oh, what's up? Oh yeah, Nightbot does not work if the stream isn't actually live. None of them work if the stream isn't live because YouTube's offline chat is not barely a thing. I believe nothing. I'm sorry, Gnome, I had to do it. But now I am back, and there will never be another clickbait title and thumbnail ever again. Oh my goodness, no spoilers, no spoilers. Yeah, John, super chats are an option. Yeah, I'll talk about that a little bit more at the first BRB, at the first break. But yeah. Echo? Oh no. But yeah. Wait, what the fuck is playing on desktop? I can't. Oh no. Wait, what the fuck is playing on desktop? I can see that something is playing through the desktop audio, but I don't know what it is. I can see that something is playing through the desktop. Oh wait, but I don't know what it is. I can see that something is playing through the desktop. Oh wait, but I don't know. I'm an idiot. I was watching my own stream on a different monitor, and I just didn't have the audio playing. Hooray! 500 subscribers! And it only goes up from here, fellas. Sorry about that, everybody. Oh, what's up? I was indeed. Looks like I cannot pin the no spoilers message. Ooh, can you not? Looks like okay, I can. That's weird. I thought you could too. All right. There we go. Yes, sir, dude. You always gotta. I mean, I will say about most of the time I have my stream play on another monitor. You gotta get every view you can. The voices have stopped. Yes. Oh, what's up, everybody? I am super psyched to get back into it. We've had a little bit of a break since a normal ep, and this is, I mean, not like an explicitly special ep for any reason, but it is the first 6-player ep and the first non-Orion ep. So this is going to be really, really interesting. Oh my God, AKL. Yeah, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. I appreciate you being here. But always do what's good for you. Bet you also like your own videos. I've gone back and forth on that because I think it teaches YouTube bad lessons. So sometimes like a day or two after I'll like it, but not immediately. Smash the like button for the start of campaign 1. I agree. Oh, it's on the wrong screen. Or is it on the right screen? No, it's on the wrong screen. Or the right screen. No, the wrong screen. There we go. Or which one? Briar, Wood, Hark, Ipe. Predictions? I have no idea, Gnome. That is actually something that I have thought a lot about. I'm sure that Matt will have some short-term strategy. He might handle it like he kind of handled Percy. I'm also thinking it would be so ironic. It would be so ironic if they all collectively were like, Tiberius, go and plead with the king for them to send the Draconian Knights. We need the Draconian Knights, Tiberius. Go, teleportation circle away, and go plead with the king. That would be so fucking funny. But I have so I don't know how they'll handle it for this episode because I don't believe he was actually gone yet. So I have a feeling maybe Matt will just play him, and we'll see. Maybe the Bahir has a one-time poisoning move that paralyzes him or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think of any other things that could feasibly take him out. It's so much easier to take a player out when you're like in a city. It's way harder when you're in like the wilderness on a hunt or on an excursion. Yeah, I don't know. Clap for the Briarwood arc. FYI, in 2015, in this time, this ep streamed live 2 days before was the uncrittered post. Woof. Okay. What up, this dude? How you doing? Bahir uses Disintegrate. Yeah, it has a special amulet that also shatters the moment it uses it. Tibbs gets abducted by aliens. What up, everybody? My home planet needs me, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea how else this could feasibly work. Oh my god, I just realized I'm gonna need to take off the Orion bingo things. That's kind of crazy. Okay, I need to get rid of that. And I also need to move chat, and I need to move all of this. Oh my god. There's so much that needs to be done. In terms of takeaways, obviously we didn't watch a CR episode last time, but I feel like a takeaway is still applicable. Let's generate the card. Okay. Is there any... Oh, there is Tiberius injures an ally. We'll do it until Tiberius is taken care of as a character. Tiberius, I'm not familiar. Damn. It's so funny. I watched all your Vox Machina videos. Oh, hell yeah, Topaz. Welcome to chat. I mean, there's no other place I would start, and I am very happy to have had all of the context and experience for what it will soon become. But yeah, I think takeaways from last time are really that I think my takeaway is actually not what people might expect. It is that we do not know what's happening behind the camera most of the time, right? Like, I talk a lot about what's happening on camera, what feels good, what feels bad from a viewer perspective. But in retrospect, what got Tiberius, what got Orion kicked off, was probably not caught on camera. Like, there were some things that were, clearly. Clearly he was, or at least I think that he was probably the worst player at the table. But by his own admission in the comments of the Super Geek Mike video, drugs and alcohol ruined his life. And there was the uncrittered post, like there are all of these allegations against him separately from Critical Role. I mean, so when we talk about how people look like they feel on camera, it always might be different. So that is one of my takeaways is, oh man, people might be having an off day. People might be having an argument in real life. Like, there's all sorts of things that could be going on. Sorry, I thought I heard a dog chewing on something. I thought I heard them chewing on something they weren't supposed to be. But yeah, I think that's honestly my big takeaway. Weirdly enough, after such a kind of a monumental episode. Is it possible to slightly adjust the bingo up? The last row's text is a bit blocked. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, hey. Oh, look at that. That's perfect. Okay. Yeah. Also, I found out Draconian Knights are still up. Do you think we'll ever check them out? Unlikely, this dude. Unlikely. There are so many actual plays that I have on the docket. Like, there are so many that I want to check out. It is unlikely that I would ever watch Draconian Knights unless I'll tell you the situation. The situation would be if I ever did like interview Orion. And I was like, is there an episode of Draconian Knights you want me to watch, Orion? And he gave me one. Then I would watch it, but unlikely other than that. And I also have no plans to interview Orion. I would be terrified. That's probably when. Oh my. Ah! Thank you, Dr. Hoovy. Thanks. I don't know how to feel about that. I knew that it was a possibility, but I actually didn't think that people would so soon. That's so sick. Thank you so much. Okay. I didn't even plan a response because I didn't think it would happen. Thank you so much. Yeah. That is that. Thank you. I let all the men put their hands on me for money. I don't know what that is a quote from, but I will let you put your hands on me. Write that down. Oh my gosh, look at the Dane with their strong currency and money to spend from a Norwegian. Is DKK Danish currency? Very fun. Oh my goodness. Okay, I wasn't even going to show you guys this early, but I might as well. If things are already happening, I might as well show you. So, you will also notice, if you notice that there are super chats, there's also a join button. And I have made a membership for the channel. So if you guys, oh wait, no, not that. If you guys scroll down, there are 3 tiers. There are emojis are for everyone, which is $1 a month. I literally couldn't make it lower. I also couldn't make it $1. I wanted to originally make it $1 just nice and round, and it wouldn't let me. I had to do a $0.99 on all of these. But this is the lowest I could make it. It has, the badges, which I'm also going to customize these badges at some point. I have a plan. I just haven't gotten the graphics worked out. And then it has some custom emojis. It also, if I ever have to turn the chat on to members only, which I don't foresee me doing for a long time, but when I do. And then priority reply and comments. I am starting to get so many comments that I can't reply to all of them. So that will be a thing. And then the next one up is $10 a month. Again, $9.99. I wish I could have made it 10. But I'm going to start posting members only videos a week early, or videos for members a week early. Right now I post a video every 2 weeks. But so they'll get access to those early. Tons of behind the scenes stuff. I don't really use social media, so for any of that social media-esque content, it'll be on the members only feed. Also, I'm going to do weekly members only videos, and I'm going to start, I already have a book club. I'm going to start a movie club. So we're going to do an exclusive members only live, probably in the Discord, but maybe like simulcast onto YouTube for members only, and then they'll also get access to those VODs for the movie club, which will be exclusive to members. And then I'm also going to boot up a Minecraft server because I thought it would be fun. That's the only reason for the Minecraft server. I'm not gonna make Minecraft content, but if you want any to play Minecraft, there will also be that. And then I didn't really want to do a third tier, but YouTube was like, do a third tier, it'll be good. So there's the fuck you money tier, which is $100 a month. Don't buy it. But YouTube gave me brownie points for setting up a third tier. if you do buy it, I will write whatever you want me to write, as long as it's like, I don't know, not going to get me canceled. Tag, username, real name, I don't care. I will write it and put it somewhere in my real life in the background of the camera, or maybe like on a mug and drink it from it. I don't know. I will put anything reasonable physically within my world. That is the fuck you money tier. And that's it. Most of the like actual perks will be located in the middle tier, and then I'll have a really, really cheap tier to access all the things. Oh my god, I hadn't looked at chat. Thank you, Mustang. I knew that it might happen. It's still astounding. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Wait, so book club is staying free? Yes, book club is 100% staying free. Book club will totally be free. I'm not going to retract content that I had already put out there. So yeah. Oh no. My video went away. Do you hear all the dun-dun-dun-duns? Yeah, so book club still free, but there will be a movie club that is members only. Why isn't the webcam? Oh god, why is it doing this? My webcam's been doing this really fun thing where if it loses connectivity, I have to like completely reset it. Come on. Oh my goodness. Well, we'll just be an audio show from now on. All right. There we go. Hello. I'm gonna have to remember. Oh my goodness. Thank you, everybody. Can you make dungeon maps in the Minecraft server? I actually think I will fuck around in there a little bit with like, yeah, some like proposed dungeon maps, some like D&D-esque content, but it's not going to be anything that I focus on. It's just a little fun, a little like for fun thing. Also, I just realized that we're in the recursion. I can name, please don't buy it. AK, please buy it. I mean, dude, if anyone buys the 100, don't buy it unless you have a lot of disposable income. Like a lot. That is the only reason you should buy that. Are there any Danish in origin dog breeds? I'm sure there must be. DKK or Danish Kennel Club. Hopefully you're not sending 45 Danish dogs. Lol. Oh my goodness. Hello everyone. I would join, but I see no button. Oh, it might be. I don't know. Great Dane. I did not even think of Great Dane being an actual Danish dog breed. Doctor Who opening incoming? Oh, I could do the Doctor Who opening. Wait a second. Let's make it Swedish Danish farm dog. Oh my god, a lot. Okay, let's see. So we'll let the recursion form, and then I'll do the Doctor Who opening. Thank you, Hans, for the membership. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. Mega is going to go full Vex and make his Minecraft map into a super hostile. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure that was... I'm sure that was a good reference, if I knew what that meant. Welcome to Free from Orion Train. Wait, Fanto Morochi, I don't think I recognize you. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to everyone who it's their first time chatting. If I miss you, if I don't pin your name as a new person, it's probably because I hate you. But more likely just because my memory is not great. But welcome. Good to see you. In the US, member/super chat is a dollar bill looking button near the chat send button. Oh, interesting. Okay, now we'll do the Doctor Who opening. Boo. Oh wait, that's gonna look terrible. This is not going to look like Doctor Who at all. I just realized. This is the shittiest Doctor Who intro you could ever imagine. Oh my god. Do 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 do. But a longtime critter. I honestly got you in the best part. I mean, I have been told many times that we're now getting to real Critical Role, so I'm hyped for it. Welcome new Pleo. Oh yeah, please keep chat spoiler free. I am very much still a sweet summer child. That's classic Doctor Who effects. So true. So true. Oh yeah, do stop by the Discord. We have a spoilers chat there for if you do want to talk spoilers with other chatters, other critters, so that I don't have to see them. We can do that. I just got buffering. Oh, hopefully it's better, Mustang. Hopefully it's better. But with that, I can't wait. I guess let's just get it out of the way. Let's just test it. Last thing to test that YouTube also gave me access to is an in-live ad, which I did not know I could even do, but I'm going to try it. These will probably be things that, like, if they do work, I would run during, like, the, like, be right back bio break things, but I've never even heard of them, so I feel like they're not real, and I don't even see a way to do it. It literally told me, download this Stream Deck, like, add-on for YouTube, and then you can do it, so I'm gonna try it. We're gonna see if it works. 3, 2, 1. Did it do it? Are we... I'm looking and I don't see an ad. I don't... No ad, nada, nothing. Uh-huh. Lol. Dude, download it. It was on my, like, YouTube studio. This button. Really? Oh, my God. Like, half of me was like, this'll obviously do something. They wouldn't just put something that literally does nothing on there. And I don't... The thing that did tip me off is I don't see a way to do it from the actual studio. So it must be, like, degraded support. Or depreciated or something. I don't know. That's so funny. That's so silly. We should probably start soon. Yep, we should. You're right. Wow, single only film. Maybe that sets while they were insert one? Maybe. That'd be wild. But John is right. We need to start soon. So we will get going. Let's see. Zach talks about the chat from the previous episode.
20. The last announcement, guys, is just a real quick kind of community announcement. We like to pride ourselves at Geek and Sundry for being a very open and loving and warm community, and that's absolutely the most important thing to us and to Felicia and to a lot of our viewers. And I know last week's things got a little heated in the chat room, and we just want to remind everyone that we don't get the opportunity to talk too much during this show, but we want to make sure you guys stay as positive as possible, or I will have to throw the hammer down on you.
Shit. All right. There you go. No, it's
pretty much it.
It's, just goes to say that this community is built on so many great positive people and such a wonderful sense of community, and a big, huge thanks and please show appreciation for our fantastic mods who work consistently and constantly throughout the day
for free.
You
guys are crazy.
Through our chat room, which if you're now seeing and have seen previous episodes, is I can only assume readable by super mastermind computers at this point. So you guys do an amazing job. It's really appreciated. And to all of you guys out there in the community, keep that positivity, keep that understanding, and enjoy our game for its ups, for its downs, for our good character choices, bad character choices. It's all an experience and a story that we're all having together at the same time.
I like that he included bad character choices in there. So is this... Am I correct in assuming that the reason that they are talking about this is because of, like, the shopping and such? Or is this something separate? If anyone knows. John and Mega also have their own hammers waiting. I have not had to ban or even purposely time out anyone yet. So, I mean... But when you have this as many people as Critical Role does, and I'm sure that I will have to at some point, but I don't know. Yeah, everyone's been cool in here. Probably the Chubb comment. Oh, Probably, yeah.
And so, kick along, hold on, and keep smiling.
Well said, man.
Yeah, thank you.
We love you guys, kind of. No, really.
All right, and then 6:42 is the absent Orion announcement. Let's see what they say.
Let's see. Sam will be here shortly. Unfortunately, we're down in Tiberias tonight. However, yesterday was Orion's birthday, so feel free to go ahead and wish him happy birthday on Twitter. Happy birthday, Orion. But yeah, Sam should be here shortly.
That's interesting that they were like, you know, it was his birthday yesterday. Wish him a happy birthday. Not he's gone because of his birthday. So I don't know. That is very, very interesting.
I said thank you on Twitter, but I just want to thank
And then Liam takes a minute to thank people for the well wishes.
everybody who for the last week has sent me well wishes, and today who has sent me well wishes. And a lot of the critter community got together and made a video just to, to support me. And I am having a hard moment in my personal life. I'm not going to get into it. But you guys kind of took my breath away today, for real. So thank you very much.
Oh.
Yeah.
We have the best fans.
That's cool.
That's so sweet. He was vague in 2015, but we've since learned that his mom was dying. I see. Oh my gosh. That's very nice. It is. Yeah, I don't know. I'm already like, I can't imagine how, like, we talked about it a little bit during the Orion episode, of like, they really didn't quite get what they had, at this point. And I can't imagine their like thought process going through this and like kind of starting to come to grips with their level of fame. And I'm sure that was probably a kind of flashbulb moment for Liam there. Excuse me, we'll watch the chat for CR27. Most people only see 27 one-timers skip. Dude, it's so fun. I'm so used to you guys having every little, like, CR factoid, like, at the tips of your fingers. So, yeah, I kind of I'm so used to just being like, hey, guys, like, what was going on there? And everyone having, like, 5 different answers from all of these different lenses and viewpoints. That's so funny. Only watched it again with you, Megan. Damn, fair enough. Just noticed Liam's Fallout New Vegas shirt. Hell yeah. I love me some Fallout New Vegas. Dude, that's an old game. That is actually an old game. Like, I would never play Skyrim on stream. I probably wouldn't play Oblivion because the PC port is really terrible. But I would play Fallout on stream. Fallout New Vegas. Because Fallout New Vegas is incredibly, like, narrative and story-driven, and it's very hard, but I also think entertainingly hard. Like, some games are not entertainingly hard, but I think New Vegas is. That might be one that's on the docket someday. I have so many of the same shirts that CRcast wears. Hell yeah. My dude, that's crazy. Real quick thoughts on the GTA 6 trailer? Haven't seen it. I've never played GTA 5. I think I'm officially the only person in the world who hasn't. Wait, let me see. Let me open up my Steam. Let me see how many hours I have in GTA 5. Let's see. I may have binged all 3 campaigns, but I only did that during the last year. Now that I watch live, I still don't look at live chat. I mean, fair enough. I'm not a huge live person myself, honestly. So I fully feel that. I have 10 hours in GTA 5 total. I've never played it on a console. So that is that. So I haven't seen the trailer. Is the long and short answer to that. So I have very little thoughts about it. Final Fantasy VII, hell yeah. New Vegas was one of the first video games I ever played. It ruined the rest of the Fallout games. I get that. What up, Alice? Hello. Wait, you're a first timer. Hello, welcome. I'm glad to have you in chat. I'm glad to have everyone in chat, and I'm so excited. And we're gonna get into this. Let's do it.
out to that event. Also, for those who came to see us at Forbidden Planet in New York, we had a great turnout, and the comic shop wasn't quite expecting what they were in for.
We weren't expecting that.
We weren't expecting, but they especially were like halfway through, like, "Who are you
Oh wait, I just realized is this okay?
guys? What is happening?"
We got a Legion.
We freaked out our Uber driver.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We pulled up and got out of the car, and all of a sudden it was like hundreds of people cheering, and we all went, "What?" And the Uber driver went, "What?"
I think his exact words is this for us?
And even we were like, "I don't know."
Oh no.
You guys were amazing.
Yeah, I feel like we need to find in screen cap in the thread where we were like 20, 30 people, guys. Let's not get our hopes
Yeah,
up.
let's
Well,
get a
that's who
black
got
box.
back to me. Was like, I don't know,
we
40
thought it was gonna be like 40 people.
Yeah, that was
Pretty
good
great.
turnout.
It's pretty metal.
Yes.
That's insane. That is very, very wild. Oh my gosh. A 1504 is where it starts. Now I am what? Oh, I thought I heard a dog. So I don't know if you guys can see the bags under my eyes, but I am fighting off a little bit of sickness, and the new puppy has been keeping us up. But Paige is doing the Lord's work by watching the puppy during stream. They are still so skooketh. Every time they reach a new level of fan madness, it's adorable. Oh, yeah. Oh, hi, new baby. Hi. Wait. Oh, my God. You're so wet. Did you just finish your bath? Hello. You wanted to say hello? Mwah. Birdie, birdie, birdie. Oh, is she going outside? Okay. You go potty with Mom. Go, go, go. Birdie, birdie, birdie. Praise to the page. I agree. I very much agree. Just the whites of hers. I know. I'm gonna need to like get like a certain light setting that I turn on when Birdie or Bug come on screen, because they are not going to be able to be seen otherwise.
And that is where we begin today.
Probably should.
Did the creature look like that?
What the creature?
Yeah,
Okay.
right? That would be smart.
I never do that.
I do. It's so dumb.
What's dumb?
I have a question.
That we didn't
What did you
research
roll
that
on your
feature.
beer check?
What I roll my
I
beer
know
check?
it's growing. You can't.
Well, obviously. No shave till 10K.
That's true.
And my Halloween costume requires a decent amount of facial
Oh,
hair.
that's right.
Sexy amount of facial hair.
So,
You beast. Be glad there's a table between you and I.
I was a little worried about some performance coming up, but performance capture, but I got moved back, so.
So you can shake
I
off
just
the
shaved
races.
it. No,
Yeah.
How far are we from 10K?
I gotta shave.
500.
500?
509 away.
All right.
So like tomorrow.
Yeah, no.
We'll see. All right, so everyone, as this
10K? 10K followers or subscribers? Oh no, sub count. That's so crazy.
this huge blue-scaled reptilian-like creature with multiple arms and legs comes skittering down the side of the cliffs, blocking off the entirety of this passage, snarling at you with its sharp teeth and this seemingly sparking blue electrical energy kind of just jutting out of the corners of its mouth. I want you all to roll initiative.
So soon.
God, I'm so out of the live sphere. I was like, oh my gosh, 10K, is that like a record? And I just looked up, I was like, what was Ludwig's subcap during the subathon? And it's like 283,000. I have no good like frame of reference for these numbers.
Which one?
I add 20 to this, right? Is that how it works?
But this is still absolutely insane, even just for D&D, because I'm trying to think, this is on Twitch. You can't, sort by categories on YouTube.
You got a cup.
But even on like something like Twitch, what is the D&D category? Even what does it even look like right now? Oh wait, this isn't. Okay. Dungeons and Dragons. There we go. I mean, yeah, it's like 27 viewers, 28 viewers, 38. I mean, for them to have 10,000 subscribers streaming Dungeons and Dragons, I mean, it's just ludicrous. It's ludicrous by today's standards, regardless of what they were doing before. So that's just so freaking wild. It was a TTRPG at the time. Oh, like the Twitch category, it was just TTRPG. Still, I'm sure that the numbers weren't like that crazy different. So that's
Cheers to the deal.
Wait, let me. I just see TTRPG. Let's see. I don't even see a TTRPG category anymore. Oh, tabletop RPGs. There's even less. Insane, dude. They were the first. Yeah. I mean, they were the first, and now they're the top dogs. Dude sorts Twitch by recommended instead of high to low. I mean, I never watch Twitch, so that's probably why. I do whatever the default is, essentially. Twitch is currently at 1.3 million. YouTube is at 2.15 million. That's so crazy. Like their follower count, I'm assuming is what you're saying. It's so insane. Oh my gosh. How much is each sub in dollars? Yeah, $5. Yeah, $5 sub. But they get, I think, 80% of that at this time, maybe less. So they only get a fraction of that, but still, it's over a 50-50 split. It's like, I think it's like 70% or something. On YouTube, it's 70, which I know now. Yeah, YouTube, all of YouTube stuff. And I will say I did debate something like Ko-Fi or even like Patreon, but they don't let me give you in YouTube benefits. And I, frankly, you know, I figure that YouTube is going to promote a channel that's making them money. So that rev split that I'm giving them is essentially ad dollars in my brain. I think the highest live viewers for TTRPG is actually not Critical Role. It's Cellbits, Orden, Paranormal. Ooh, I'll have to look that up. But we're not even on the timer. I gotta respect the timer. Respect the timer. Jack, come on. I will try to keep on in this episode.
Oh, it's cocked.
It's
Still not great.
Brazilian.
That's what you're saying?
I did it.
That's mid points.
Yeah, add here points right now.
That's mid points.
How many are you at?
It's like
D12 plus Constitution
Yeah,
modifier.
yeah.
Constitution modifier.
We're
Roll,
barbarian,
roll.
man.
Hey, we played D&D.
Hey, that's good. Plus.
Plus?
Whoa! 16 extra health points.
Oh, what'd you roll?
For
You rolled
tank.
11 plus 5.
Dang.
That's hot.
That's pretty hot. So many hit points for the barbarian.
And if you want, you can just boost to are you at 12 now?
What?
Level 12? Level 12, level 12, you're level 12?
Don't complicate things.
Just
okay?
smash, hold smash.
All right, so
How many spells does he get?
all of them. All right, so initiatives we have 25 to 20. Anyone?
Yeah, I guess.
21.
All right. 20 to 15.
19.
Oh, me too. 16.
16. 15 to 10.
10.
10. Kieran.
Oh no.
Did they leave the Tiberius?
10 to 5.
I consistently boss
See you guys in like an hour. I got a 4.
Okay. Alan, you have consistently the best initiative rolls.
Oh yeah.
It's
I
delightful.
save it for when it counts.
As you should, as you should. All right, so first up, Percy. Instinctively, with your drive towards Whitestone and this creature in your way, you are already ready for this encounter. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to, it's bigger than sin, isn't it?
It's a very large. It is considered a huge creature.
Okay, so I'm going to alert everybody. Get down, and I'm going to take 3 shots.
He's just gonna start shooting. You're just gonna start shooting.
I'm just going to. Hey, look at that thing!
Hey, Percy gonna do what Percy gonna do.
What if you could reason with him?
He is definitely.
Why doesn't it reason with me?
Definitely.
That's what I'm asking. It could reason with me.
There's a lot of heads in the way, just aim true.
I'm going to use the sharpshooter for extra damage.
Alrighty.
3 pepperbox shots.
I will be
I want to see this arena. What is this? Okay. You know what? I think that people would normally expect me. If you're a longtime watcher, you would probably expect me to hate this arena, but I actually don't. I actually think it's kind of interesting. Like I think this is a good example of how to make a really easy and simple arena that is not just a blank box. And I only say that because of how goddamn wiggly it is. A wiggly battle arena is a battle arena. Because especially with the Behir, and they might not know this, but I mean, with it having its, I don't know if it's actually called a breath weapon, but what is essentially, I believe it has like a lightning bolt breath thing. And even if it doesn't specifically, it's still a nice battle arena for abilities like that, where you can use these little crevices to duck behind, or I'm hoping that that's like a pillar or something, and this is kind of like an archway, but we're just seeing the 2D cutout of it. So I don't mind this at all. It gives a lot of like hard cover for these people to duck behind, like they're in a fucking Valorant. But where's the verticality's so hard, man. It's one of the things that I think Baldur's Gate 3 fucking nails is the verticality, but it's so hard to represent on pen and paper. If you can represent it, I think you should. Like, if you find a way to actually work it in, I think that verticality can take any combat and elevate it, literally. But yeah, this I don't mind. It's so much better than what you would maybe consider your standard White Room, because it also presents some challenges to the PCs. If you have something like Taliesin or like someone, back here, they kind of, this corridor is such that a creature can block it. Like, they can't run away as easily. They can't maneuver themselves as easily. A monk would have actually an easier time standing out in a combat like this. So I think this very narrow, very jagged arena is way better than just like a White Room. Siggles placement. Getting soft now that you made. Yeah. No, man, I'm very excited to dig back into the nitty-gritty. And, it's not like a crazy inspired battle arena, but most of them aren't gonna be, right? Like, if you need just a fucking ravine, like, this is great. Because this could just be a straight. This could be straight walls. It doesn't have to be jagged and curvy like this. And a lot of battle arenas won't be. They'll just be kind of two lines. And that sucks. And this doesn't. So, I'm gonna call out the positives where I see them. Oh, goodbye, birdie. I see you later. Which was also shown in movie theaters. I just checked and Zero's highest concurrent viewers was 212K. Holy shit! Fight in the pit of worms, yeah. Make isometric battle maps. Oh, I do really enjoy isometric battle maps. I'm bad at drawing them, so like I should just practice, honestly, just drawing better isometric, just freehand. But it does allow you. You're totally right. It allows you to work in that verticality. It made sense for me at the time because it was really a moment with the whole TTRPG community. Yeah, true. Much easier with Dwarven Forge / terrain. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, I will respect the timer, Hans. There's definitely, I think that's a really, really good point of like VTTs make verticality easier. But, which is why, don't even get me on a Wizards of the Coast rant. I think it's good for them that they are making a VTT finally. I think they're just really, going about it in a pretty shitty way. But I can't believe they haven't made one up until this point. What up, Mert?
That's handsome with one ear, I'm just saying.
-5.
Yeah, so that's...
Oh, hell yeah, Mert. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad you liked it. Fuck yeah, I'm glad to have you. I loved the Tiberius vid. I loved doing it. I'm glad that, it went well. What up, Romdan? What? So many new people. Welcome. Oh my god, I didn't even realize I read out your comment earlier, Romdan, and you're new. Welcome. All hail the timer.
17?
17 hits.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll the attacks in succession. Go ahead and roll the attacks in succession so we know how many hit.
Okay.
Shot.
Second one is it hits 18 plus 7. Yeah, it hits. And for the third one, I'm going to go for a headshot instead of a sharpshooter.
Okay.
And that's 21.
Okay, all 3 hit. Go and roll damage.
Okay, that's
The dark cloud aids his rolls.
17.
17 damage.
Better. 25. That
Right.
went really well. And then the last one, do I do any damage when I hit the head? Normal damage. So last one is
So you were gonna hit
7 points of damage, plus he's got
Disadvantage on his attacks this round.
yeah, disadvantage on attacks.
Gotcha. You want to stay where you are? You can move.
Am I touching the wall?
You're right, kind of close to the
All
wall.
right, I'm gonna brace against the wall,
Okay. Brace against that wall there. Gotcha.
and I'm going to mark all this off.
Alrighty. Okay. Next up is the creature. This rolled really high on its initiative. It's going to go ahead and see at a movement of 50 feet.
We're in a freaking.
We're in a death trap.
Oh, it's gonna be fine, guys. We're like a. The valley is like it's like
Is
a
it a
taco
valley
shell.
or is it like those are cliff
It's a
sides and we
valley.
fall?
Cliff sides go
Yeah,
up.
it's like a taco shell, and we're the meat.
And we're
Climb around it,
yeah,
not a problem. You guys, it's pretty sheer. You'd have to do climb checks if you wanted to. Not at all.
Got it.
Unless you're in Japan.
So it scurries forward, lowers its jaw, and rears its head back. As it does, you see its eyes flare with electrical energy, and inside of its mouth begins to glow with a brightish blue-white power.
Get down.
A bolt of electrical energy comes forward, hitting Grog, Vax, Scanlan, and Percy.
It's electrifying!
What was it? Actually, no, it would move up to
It's electric. Boogie, boogie,
it's only
woogie.
20 feet. So to get maximum
You gotta know.
Maybe it doesn't do what
Don't think about it.
Maybe
Just go.
and it doesn't move right.
Don't calculate it, man.
No, actually, for optimal impact here, instead it's going to go
I
there.
have to put my head in its mouth.
Practically.
Damn, for optimal
It will then
impact.
do it on every Grog, Vex, and Trinket.
I approve of that.
I realize that its bolt is only 20 feet long, so utilizing its optimal lightning bolt length, you guys are clustered together.
Okay.
All right, so I need you guys 3 to roll a dexterity saving throw.
With advantage?
With advantage because I'm in the mountains.
You do advantage. It only affects attacks.
Oh, that's right. This
What?
is magic save.
19.
I thought her thing was the forest. Whatever.
Good to know.
21.
All right, and Trinket.
Ah.
I gave him
8. Yay.
You got an
He got an 8.
8. Oof, okay. 33 points of lightning damage to both of you.
Wait, that means
Trinket takes 66.
66.
Trink is fucking dead, yo.
What?
Unconscious.
That fast?
Which one? Dead or unconscious?
He's unconscious.
Don't throw around the D word unless it's the D word.
So,
time.
as there is a crackling of energy forward, you two brace yourself, managing to get mostly out of the way. Unfortunately, both of you dodging out of the way leaves an open shot. For your launch bear that
Oh,
takes the brunt of it,
betrayal.
throwing Trinket up against the side of the.
Oh, that's right. How did I forget that? I also realized this is combat. I think they should be at 1.75. Yeah. Does Trinket count as a PC for the bingo? No, he doesn't count. Underdark and mountains. I thought it was forest and mountains. I don't know.
Actual mountainous cavern slumps to the ground, smoking off the fur.
Does Trinket have to make saving throws?
Yes.
Or...
Saving throws, yes.
No one has any
Not yet.
resistance.
So we get
no
started.
resistance.
That will end.
Beginning.
Wait.
Your armor's. I've got like a spell eater.
He's only got 42 hit points.
Whoa.
I think they should have more from leveling up, but even more wouldn't be that much higher. So, okay, so that's rough. That ends its turn. Vex, you're up first.
Oh, so that's right.
She would like to rage.
Vengeance. Vengeance.
Say your soul this more.
Yeah, I'm going to Hunter's Mark him.
Alrighty.
And then I'm going to... Why is he closer now? Okay. Sorry, Grog. Well, I'm going to Hail of Thorns him.
Alrighty.
Oh no. Probably always in the way.
Yeah, well...
I do need a good back tickle.
30.
30 hits.
No, wait, that's wrong. No, 30.
30 hits.
I'm so angry right now! Thorns deep.
It's not at me for once.
10. 3d10.
Once you're the one not doing damage to the bear.
That's good.
15. It's 20.
It's a bonus action, so we can heal. Let's do that shit. If Sam and I both do it.
What is that?
22.
22.
22 also hits.
No, that's the
What's the
attack.
damage? Oh, gotcha. And Grog also,
Oh, yeah.
because you're right next to it.
Would that be considered piercing, bludgeoning, or slashing damage?
It doesn't matter. You have not taken your turn to rage
Oh,
yet.
fucking shit.
It'll be full damage upon you, Grog.
Shit, I'm sorry. The other one was 27.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh.
10 plus 15.
15. That's including Hunter's Mark, right?
Yes.
All right, good. So,
Oh, wait, no, I wasn't adding the 7. Wait, no, that's a lie. That's 15, 16, 17 plus 5, 21.
21. Got it. All right. So, as you look over and you see Trinket on the ground, smoldering spire of smoke.
Can I pull him? Can I pull him out of the way?
It is kind of interesting. Like I was trying to look to see like, okay, does the atmosphere seem, substantially lighter, whatever. And I'm kind of watching. I'm like, honestly, it feels like people. It feels not necessarily that the turns are going faster, but people just seem less like concerned about like their turn and maybe about like making it go as fast. I don't know. And I might be, inventing it in my brain. But it definitely seems like the combat, and maybe the roleplay will be like this too, but it definitely seems like the combat is much more, casual. It doesn't seem like as not even like tense, like they're bracing for something awkward, but like just like, we don't have to know exactly what we're doing on our turn because we know that Orion's will take 5 ever.
Wait, just pull him into the little crevice.
This what I mean?
For my move. Is that a move action or would that be an action?
That would be more of an action, unfortunately. But you.
And you know what? I'll use the rest of my timer for Rebecca and Hans. I think one of the things that I think about Ranger is that it should be like you should work with your DM either way. Like if your DM is I'm trying to think of how exactly to like describe this. But like if you're trying to play PHB Ranger, right, not Tasha's Ranger, you should work with your DM so that it comes up often enough to matter, but not too much. I think this is one of the reasons that PHB Ranger feels so weird is because it is something that you fundamentally like need to work with your DM for it to like even proc, which is crazy. You don't need to work with your DM because you can only rage if you see something that like actually makes you mad, and you have to define a category of things that you hate. Like, oh, I can only rage if there's a slug nearby, and now your DM has to put slugs in every city, right? Like, or like, you know, what if you're in a slugless campaign? I'll be honest here, I don't think a single one of my campaigns have ever featured a slug. Right? So if I was the slug domain barbarian, I don't know why I'm so on this, but you know, then I wouldn't be able to proc my rage. That's kind of what Ranger is like. Or at least PHB Ranger. So I very much understand. And I think that the other side of it, the reason that you can't just make there be slugs in every single city, I'm still using the metaphor, but because why you can't make Ranger, you know, everything their favorite terrain is because if you do, it's way too powerful. Like, it has way too many benefits. So you're basically leaving it up to the DM to like kind of fundamentally balance the class in real time. So that's my personal gripe with 5e like PHB Ranger. I definitely prefer the Tasha's alt Ranger. Yeah, I think honestly that it's just easier to run, frankly. You know, regardless of if it's better or whatever. Woodland is not forest, Mert. That's insane. And a great example of like, you know, even if you are trying to balance it with your DM might just make a weird ass call like that, and then one of your fundamental mechanics just doesn't work. It's fucking crazy. Until they give the Urban Ranger subclass, yeah. It's a lot harder to get players out of a desert continent into a forest for the damn Ranger. Oh, 1,000%, Rebecca. 1,000%. No kill your players, no slugs.
Angrily turn around, release your arrow, firing a completely furious hail of thorns into the creature as it hits and shatters across its hide. Some of it scattering onto Grog, and Carrie just focus his anger, pull out a second arrow, and unleash this one actually jamming underneath one of the scales. You can see a little trickle of dark, deep purple blood beginning to pour from the wound.
I get out of the line.
Okay, where do you want to go?
Towards the little crevice.
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I still want to be near tricky.
Okay. That ends your turn. Grog, you're up.
Didn't assel it up with the hail of thorns. I go into a rage.
Okay.
I go into a frenzy rage.
Alrighty.
And I'll have to attack 3 times above flaming wall.
Certainly.
That is 24.
That hits.
21.
Sponge, welcome.
26.
That also hits.
Nice. Okay. First one is 11.
Also, I don't know that quote, Sponge, but that's hilarious, and I don't need to know what the quote is from to understand to think that that's funny.
13. First one.
13 damage.
Another sign.
14 for the second one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
17 and 18.
Also, I do love Gloomstalker.
All right. So going to the rage, you just see that same fury. You can smell the burnt hair in the air, and you use that to fuel that along with the pain. Just whack, whack, and start bludgeoning the creature right up in its face. You can see it's like thrashing and snarling at you and snapping with each blow. You guys are locked in this kind of, you know, Titan versus, you know, human battle right now. Cool. Are you gonna stay where you are?
I'm gonna move. Can I move towards you a little bit?
This way there?
Yeah, staying next to him, but just out of the way of other projectiles that might be coming up my butthole.
Fair enough. Okay, go ahead and turn. Keyleth, you're up.
Okay. I'm right next to Trinket, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right? Where's Trinket?
Trinket's right there. You're over here.
Follow the smell.
I'm gonna go ahead and go to Trinket.
Oh, make a death saving throw, by the way.
Oh, snap.
Just forgot.
Oh no.
Only 20.
Well, like your bear light color.
But why would you do that? He rolled a 19.
Okay, so not creeping closer to death yet.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do a Cure Wounds spell on him.
All right.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Keelan.
I'll just do first level.
It's not worth
I'll go and shut up, Keelan. I instantly felt guilty, dick.
You guilted up to another level.
Yeah, I did. Okay. So I'll do 2d8
I would have done a
plus 10.
cantrip.
Okay, that's pretty good.
That's not bad.
That's an 8 and a 7 plus 10. So
25.
25.
Trinket at 25 hit points. Conscious.
great.
Prone, but conscious. You hit
He
it.
licks her.
Okay.
And then
Do I have Oh, I used to have, like, Scanlan makes fun of Trinket. I just don't think it's on this one. Fuck.
as a bonus action, can I, looking at whatever the shit this is, pull out my Spark Stone that I got from my fire jury and
Oh wow, we're going there.
Is that like break glass in case of emergency?
yeah, I don't know what it does.
Oh, great. I hope I'm right next to you.
So, after you finish healing trinket. You pull up, reach out and pull this, and as you're holding your hands, you can feel it's warm to the touch, almost too hot to hold. And there's just like pulsing, almost like a heartbeat pulse to it. You hold it in your hands and just crush it, concentrating all your energy on it. As you do, what seemed to be hard and sturdy all of a sudden turns brittle in your fingers, and it cracks and breaks, almost like it was made of very, very brittle earth. As it breaks and your hands come together, the too hot to touch becomes too hot to touch, and for a moment your hands burst into flames. And you instinctively pull back like you want to go ahead and put out the fire, but then it falls to a normal temperature again, but the flames remain, and you can now see your hands are now emitting flame. All the
Is that
fingers.
permanent?
What does it do?
We'll find out. And I go Minxie.
All right.
Here you go, Mixon!
And I brought the
That tiger's on fire!
It transforms into Minxie. As Minxie appears, her form transitioning into this large albino saber-toothed tiger. You can see both of the tiger's claws embedded in the ground of this rocky terrain are having flicks of fire and flame curling off of the actual claws.
Hell yeah, I look like an Ed Hardy tattoo.
I regret everything. All right, that's your turn. Are you gonna move? You can stay there.
Well, I moved to Trinket.
Right, you can break your movement up.
Oh, yeah,
You've
I'll
moved 20 feet, so you still have 10 more feet to move if you want.
I'll start heading to try and flank him. To flank the blue.
Okay, so be there. Okay. All right, that ends Keyleth. Now would be Tiberius. Tiberius, who now takes the turn to cast Stone Skin on himself. Then kind of backs up behind this side there, preparing for the next round. Vax, you're up.
Okay, Vax drops click the Boots of Haste together, and for everyone who keeps asking, if I click my Boots of Haste together, I then get to attack 3 times. I get that question about 3 times a week, so that's how I do it. So click the Boots of Haste together, and then I'm going to crouch low and scoot.
Wait, why? Why do you get that question 3 times a week? They can't fucking Google it? What?
No, over the other side of Minxie, and I should be able to go 60 feet without a problem, all the way past the fucker. Yeah, keep going, as far as I can. That's as far as I go?
Yep.
Alright, and I guess I will just dagger him now then. So, first is
Question
a...
for each dagger, yeah.
24.
24 hits.
Yeah. And this will be sneak attack
Sneak
because
attack,
he's with Rob.
Yep.
Yeah, so here's the damage for the attack is 2, 7 is 9 plus.
Yep.
9 plus is 13, 17, 19, 20, 26, 31 for the first. Second attack go. Oh, that's not the right at all. Second attack goes same 23.
All right, that hits.
Okay, and this is
Regular damage, no?
Yeah. That's 7.
7, alrighty.
And then the last dagger, the keen dagger, stabs in the butt again, and that is 16.
16, that does not hit. You actually go with the third one. The first one stabs through, and you can see you've actually hit some sort of an internal organ as you pull back and starts gouting blood. Use that, you stab a second blade in the same area and tend to open the wound another inch and a half. The third one you pull back, but it kind of slinks around looking over its shoulder. It's long, sinewy neck curling over and staring at you, and your blade catches the hide instead and streaks off of the scales.
Oh, hi.
That'll end your turn. Scaling, you're up.
Do I have to heal Trinket anymore?
No, he's okay.
Okay. Then I will do, let's see here. Do we want to get him away from us or do we want to hurt him? Let's do,
You want to hurt him?
well, I don't hurt things very well.
You do what you do.
Hurt feelings.
Okay.
You do you, Skin.
Okay. I'll do some
Yeah, that's so true. Okay, so that's how he's taking care of it so far, is just by playing Tiberius like a normal player character, and that's not allowed. Also, welcome Heath. Was there someone else new? Oh no, I don't think anyone else. But Heath has been in the comments. Heath posts some great comments. I know I'm calling you out very publicly, but you're the other day I was on the bus replying to a Heath comment, and my wife was like, "You've been replying to that for 20 minutes," and I'm like, "Well, he took such care and time that I feel like I have to too." Oh, but I appreciate it because it's giving me a lot of Pathfinder insight, which I did not have before. Tiberius is just built different, and Matt needs to respect that. Yeah, he's just built different to break the rules. That's so true. It's his background. You're so right. Yeah, I really what he just needed to do is be like, Matt, I have the ready action, always prepared, so that I can excuse me, so that I can cast Stone Skin at any given time. She did try to use her favorite terrain. That's true. This doesn't specify whether or not she succeeds or not, so that's very fair.
some big B's hand. I summoned Big B's hand.
Giant spectral hand, kind of sparkling arcane energy appears roughly in front of your space.
It's in front of me. I can't make it go in front of him.
You can. Like I'm just saying, just from a flavor standpoint.
Well, then I do one of these, the Sugar Ray Leonard. I do this, and then I throw my hand forward, and I'll just punch him in the face.
Go for it. I like that.
Right, because I can do this. It's a huge or smaller creature, at least with grasping hand. Does that count?
You can just punch something with it, no matter its size, to do damage.
Okay, so the clenched fish.
Correct.
Clenched fish.
He needs to say it, Hans. He needs to say it.
This is the one you're talking about. Yes. All right. So for the clench fist, yeah. So just make a melee spell attack. So roll d20 and add your spell attack modifier.
Oh no!
13.
13. As the fist swings out, it ducks out of the way. Its
Hell yeah.
serpentine body ducking as the fist just arcs off into the middle of the air, spinning around, preparing itself for a secondary round, hopefully.
Good try, Scan.
Oh boy.
Bat sees it fly over his head and watches it pass.
I'll take a step to my left, so I'm not like in the same line of fires as
Alrighty.
Percy. And I'll also inspire Grog.
Okay.
He's Grog. He's Grog. He's big. He's strong like wood. He's better than bad. He's good.
Going along with the grog.
That's a 10. That's a 10.
D10, yeah. Give an inspiration
Fuck,
die
I
from the
actually
bard.
don't know that
Greg,
one.
top of the round again. Percy, you're up.
I'm going to scoot a little bit forward. I'm just into that little crevice. I'm gonna take 3 more shots just to see what I can do.
Okay. You have a sharpshooter feat, right?
With the sharpshooter.
Okay, so you would have partial cover right now, but you ignore that.
I have sharpshooter, so I can ignore cover.
Good to know.
Yeah. So, but I'm going to be taking a negative for these hits. Still three attacks per.
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure I'm doing this
Just have to
right.
reload after this turn.
The log
Yeah.
song.
Oh no.
Misfire?
Misfire.
First shot, as you pull up to the side, you pull your pepper box out and go to fire. As you do, you pull the trigger, and the actual barrel sticks off the side, spins off, and ping, ping, ping on the ground. So that's your attack.
Balls.
That's your turn. So it'll take the rest
Just
of
say your
the turn.
soul's forfeit, just for coolness.
This normally doesn't happen to me. I don't quite know what.
It happens to all guys sometimes.
So can I at least use my bonus to pick up the pieces? And,
Yeah,
Okay.
you pull a pepper box and you pull your back up to it.
Make sure you grab your dignity as well.
I'm just gonna leave that as an open target for a little while.
Fair enough. Okay, now on its turn,
Oh no.
it's going to, well, first off, let's see here. It does not recharge its lightning breath. It's going to move here.
He has technically left Heath, but I don't. The actual Tiberius character is still around, and I don't know how Matt's going to get him out. Maybe like a scroll of telestration. Maybe. Ooh, I thought that the party might send off Tiberius to Draconia, but maybe he gets like a letter from his dad on like the scroll of telestration that's like, yo son, I need you for the Draconian Knights or some shit. I don't know. That'll be very, very interesting. Hey, what's up, the jungle? Thank you so much. Okay, I'm gonna have these weird reactions. I don't even know how long. But oh my gosh. Thank you so much to Jungle. I'm super happy that you've been enjoying it. And I'm excited. I kind of said this at the end of the last one to get back to more like kind of regular Critical Role, like regular Dungeons and Dragons that I can really like dive into like the plots, threads, and the like map design and stuff. But thank you. Little does you know, Tibbs is now just a DM NPC. Yeah. It goes from being Allura is Matt's self-insert to now Orion. Tiberius is just self-insert. I had player leave because they weren't having fun anymore. When I asked him how he wanted to leave, he specifically asked me to make it as sudden and as brutal as possible. Oh boy. But try not to reference future PCs. Oh, yeah, I didn't know that there was. Is there? Wait. Oh wait. You know what? I shouldn't. I literally went to go and look for it, and I was like, I didn't see that one. Let me go and look. But yeah, it's fair. It's all good. I know it's new. People don't know the rules and the vibes yet. Or even not even rules, the guidelines. But yeah, it's like any future stuff I try to avoid unless it is like so vague as for me to never be able to guess what it is. But we also have a spoilers chat in the Discord, if you want to talk about that sort of thing. I thought this was only C1 first watch. Oh, it's a C everything first watch. I've never seen an actual play flat out. I've seen 4 episodes of Fantasy High, and I've seen like 6 episodes of Adventure Zone. Beyond that, no actual plays. But yeah, but no worries. You're all good. Yeah, this is I don't really know anything about Critical Role. I played a CR Gunslinger once. I really like the risk reward aspect, but the reward isn't much. Yeah, which like I've gone back and forth on the Gunslinger, and I actually I think I'm kind of at the point now where like I prefer for Homebrew to be on the underpowered side. And I do think the Gunslinger is, so like maybe it's fine. I don't know. It's just a range-based battle master. Yeah, essentially. Yeah, that's very, very fair. But yeah. Cuckoo, man, it's those damn pigeons again is an example of an okay mention. Yeah, that's also true. Did I miss a spoiler? I think a very small one. I think there was like a PC name mentioned, but you're all good. Critical fumbles are particularly bad for fights, so gunslinger design is kind of bad in that way. I agree, and that is basically my only gripe. My at least my big gripe with gunslinger is I really don't like critical fumbles, and critical fumbles are specifically worse for fighter because they roll so many more attacks. So like, it's like, I don't know. It's one of those weird design choices where it's specifically bad for the class he's playing. But also, I've said many times that if you want something specific, it's going to be underpowered. So I don't know if it's good for like a published class, but it's fine for a homebrew, I guess.
It's going to go ahead and make a 2 attacks.
I do think that's
it's,
a jam for the big one, yeah.
Its head that's looking at you now after you stabbed it back pushes
Also,
down. Its giant jaws
welcome
open. You
A
see
on
like
the
thick
X.
saliva that's coating its fangs in it with serpentine speed. Bites at you.
Hey, rogue's evasion.
That's going to be a 23 to hit.
So uncanny dodge, I can dodge for half damage. So was it what to hit?
23?
23 hits, but I take half damage.
All right. So see, that would be
Half. Uh-oh. 150
Stop
hit
rolling.
points.
it would be 26 damage. So you take 13
Nothing.
And
points of piercing damage. And then it is going to, as it bites, it turns around and its tail begins to snake around your body, Grog, and its whole body begins to try to reach around to constrict and crush you.
Oh, alibi. That's because whenever a comment is sent, and I won't even do a timer for this. This is just a technical thing. Whenever a comment is sent, it is sent simultaneously to YouTube, and then Streamlabs automatically scrapes the chat. So the chat that is on screen is from Streamlabs, not from YouTube. So if you retract a comment, it doesn't get retracted or deleted in the on-screen. I just don't look at the on-screen. The on-screen is mostly for like VOD viewers. In case we have a situation like with what happened with the Tiberius episode, and I have to take down the replay, because the live VOD replay does include the chat function if you want it. But if I ever had to take down the live replay, like I said, like I did with the Tiberius one, I want the chat to still be on screen so that people can see what others are saying. So yeah, basically that's why. BBG sent a shadow assassin who ambushed them at the end of the fight, bamfed across the room, KO'd the PC, and kicked him into a portal. Oh, I love a little portal disappear. That's very nice.
That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Alrighty. So
I just realized I was reading chat without the timer on. I gotta respect the timer.
you take 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Halved.
So it'd be 11 points of bludgeoning damage
That's
plus
very...
21 points of slashing damage
Half.
as well. So total 22 damage.
Okay.
And you are considered grappled and restrained currently as the entire creature begins to wrap around you. And you're currently, you're trying to hold on to your axe, but your whole body's being crushed by this large serpentine creature. You can,
Piece of shit.
you feel every pulse of its muscles tensing as the pain and ache. You feel muscles and ligaments tearing and popping as it pulls in on you.
Not cool.
That's going to, and it's going to, as part of its grapple, move you with it to there. And it'll end its turn. Vex, you're up.
Okay. How does the hide thing work? Do I hide at the beginning of the turn or at the end of the turn?
At the end of the turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move out.
Okay, it has a reach of 10, so you are technically within its melee range. So you can run, but you'll take attack of opportunity from it if you do.
I will
So you're
say...
Can I still arrow it?
So someone asked Phantom how I liked the autopsy of Tiberius. I loved it. I do think the only thing I regret, and I said this later in the video, and I put it in as a pinned comment, because it was really like, after I did it, I was like, I shouldn't have done that. Where I focused really hard for a certain segment on like, man, I would hate to be Orion Akaba nowadays. And that I don't think that was as in good faith as the rest of it. But other than that, I really enjoyed it. And I think that in future, if a character dies, if like a major NPC dies, I think I want to do like an autopsy-esque episode. And I will probably, and I mean, I might be signing myself up for a lot of work here, but I think I will, at the end of campaign 1, do like the autopsy of Vaxildon, the autopsy of Vexalia, the autopsy of Pike Trickfoot, like all of that, because I really, really enjoyed doing it. Obviously it was for a much larger reason, and you know, there was a lot of kind of meta factors for why I made it, but as a just like concept, like a stream concept, I had a ton of fun making it. And I'd like to put even more effort into the next one, because I put some effort into the Orion autopsy, but not as much as in retrospect I could have. And I think for like the next one, I would want to put in a lot more effort, have like maybe some graphics and such. But I liked it a lot. I'm sure he's super happy. Oh, well, I am also happy with how the video literally did. How the views went. That was nice. So yeah. But all of that I think would be super duper fun. Character focused streams. Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm glad that everyone agrees. I think that those would be super duper fun for like the end of a campaign. 24-hour stream, an autopsy of C1. Woof. That would be, I mean, I'll have to do like a C1 wrap up, but I'll probably try to split it into a lot of different stream concepts of like campaign 1's dungeon design, campaign 1's plot, campaign 1's characters, like all will probably be their own little individual things, but I guess look forward to that, what, fucking 3 years from now? I don't...
From where I am?
You can, but you have disadvantage on your ranged attacks because you are...
Does it cancel out because I'm in the mountains?
Doesn't affect your attacks.
Damn it.
Sorry. It's up to you. You can stay where you are and take disadvantage on your attacks, or you can run past and get free swipe on you. Your call.
I'm gonna try to run. I'm gonna try to back up.
Okay, over to here? Like how far?
Oh no! Wait, I can't see. I forgot my glasses.
Okay, you're right here.
Uh-huh.
You can try and back up this way if you want to get away.
Yeah, I'll try to back up towards, who is that?
That's game.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That... It's so funny to see Albie. So they he's making the joke about the 24 hours. For those of you who are new, for those of you who don't know, I actually did a 72-hour stream when Baldur's Gate 3 came out. At the time, it was my most well-performing stream ever. But I learned after the fact that YouTube deletes VODs that are over 24 hours long, and I lost the local footage. I reset my computer and I lost all of my local recordings, which is also why I've been recording with separate sources for a long time, but it's why the highlight videos from the early days are all stream cuts because I lost all of the local footage when I reset my computer. We already did sort of an Arc 1 C1 autopsy. Yeah, you're right, John. And I think I want to do that just more and make it a little bit more structured. How the hell am I alive? I am alive because I love being live. Like, I think that's the thing about like live streaming that because I've talked to so many other creators about doing lives versus doing videos, and it's so hard for me. Like, I'm so happy that this is succeeding, and it means so much to me because I just fucking love being live. I love talking to you guys. It is like my favorite thing to do. And so that's how. That is how. How to do the C1 wrap up that CR did that is no longer available. Oh, gotcha. Interesting. Deprived us of watching him start the game. I know, AKL, I know. 5 days of 23-hour streams. It would have to be something like that, yeah. Insert Backblaze ad. I don't even know what Backblaze is. But sure, insert it here.
See? I'll turn back towards Percy.
Right there?
Yeah.
Over here?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
What's Trinket doing?
Well, Trinket's healed and he's gonna come with me.
Okay, so Trinket gets up and use half its 40 movement, can move.
Although he's angry about it because he wants to fight, but I just won't let him right now.
Okay, so as you rush away, creature takes it's a 26 to hit.
Oh, Jesus, really?
Shit, does it hit Trinket too?
No, just me. Trinket was too far away.
So you take 18 points of piercing damage. Oh, it's 3d10, sorry.
Oh.
19, all the ones. 19 points of piercing damage as its mouth lashes out, takes a chunk of your shoulder for a second, you wrench yourself away and keep running. Take the rest of your turn.
Okay, I'm going to shoot him.
Yes, you are.
Okay. That is 22.
That hits.
Okay. 14 for the first hit. The second one is through the blazing bow.
Gotcha.
At 22.
Second one hits. First one missed. 14. Or did it
Oh,
hit?
no, 14 was the damage.
All right, second one blazing bow.
16.
16 damage, all right. Okay, and...
Oh, and I hide.
You currently are completely in its visual range. You have to be behind something to reasonably become hit.
I'm hiding
So you're behind me?
Percy.
No, it has to. Like, behind a person, we're going to be like
Give me
behind a
shield.
pillar or in deep shadow. Something that would break your line of sight to it for a moment to the point where it no longer knows quite where you are.
It worked. I played in
It
the wrong
totally
place.
worked.
Who said that?
I went to the wrong place. It's okay.
But now you
Next time I know.
Can Ranger hide as a bonus action at this point?
All right, that's your turn. Rod,
I would like to try and break the gravel.
All right. 20, yes, because you are restrained. Check what fast condition here. Safe. Okay, so go ahead, you're making an athletics check.
Natural 20.
Yes!
Oh, that was good.
All right,
I
so-
like his tail.
Yeah.
As your teeth sink into one of its scales and you yank it out with the sheer force of your muscular neck.
Oh, no, my way.
It unfurls for a second. You manage to pull yourself out of its grasp.
She has a rogue levels? Oh.
I'm so pissed that I broke free that I would like to use intimidating presence on this creature.
Okay, all right. So you pull, that is an action to do that, though, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I reserve.
For a later time.
For a later time.
But you have a bonus action still.
I get the shit out of it.
I did another attack. Go for it.
Okay, 21.
21 does it.
So, or that's 20. 22. Sorry, 22 hits.
Also hits one more.
I get one more.
Haha.
Also 22.
Meaning it was one better than your previous.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yes,
Ah.
just one hit.
Keep rolling 20.
Just keep
And, 12. 15.
15.
With fire damage.
All right. So as you pull away, you reach back with your hammer and whack, slam it into its side, and causing a straight burst of fire to emanate from the impact. It shrinks back for a second.
You grab me, you asshole.
All right, Keyleth, you're up.
I'm gonna do my bite and claw attacks.
All right. Wait, so you move.
Let me, yeah.
I mean, I think intimidating presence, I never really think of it as a combat skill. Like, it really sucks in combat, like, no question. I think of it as one of the few out of combat things that barbarians get to do. Like, in my head, it is basically just a free intimidation check, you know, for barbarians. That's why it's an action. But it would be nice for, I mean, I guess at that point, why not make it a bonus action? Probably because they don't want them to use it during combat, but also, fuck it, what would it hurt? I don't know. Yeah. This game would be less fun without multiclassing. I just wish I knew what their builds were. Like, I hope that in, I mean, it'll just be nice in C2 to be able to, like, 100% follow along with exactly what their builds are and what choices they're making. I will say, I've never multiclassed. I've made so many characters that are multi-classed. I've just never played any of them because I fucking mostly DM. I am considering multi-classing my current sorcerer, but at some point she takes second level rogue and gets sneak attack. I feel like it's not unique enough. Anyone can do that. I mean, that's super fair, Mert. That is a very, I think they specifically get frightened though, right? Like, that's the whole point of intimidating presence, is that it actually gives a consistent condition effect, rather than maybe the more generic intimidation check. Let's see, intimidating presence. Path of Berserker. Yeah, so you can specifically frighten someone. But it is, yeah, and you can just use the action to extend the effect. I will say something about it, about intimidating presence specifically, is that once they fail the save, they never get to make a save again, which is pretty powerful as like a single target effect. But it does end if the creature's out of line of sight, which is pretty weak. So, I don't know. Barbarians failing intimidation checks due to low charisma bothers me. I mean, it's one of the reasons that, like, charisma is kind of a weird stat, but also that, like, no, you're when you have like these like really limited ability score, things, you're never going to get that like one-to-one narrative feel. They would need to give barbarians actual abilities, which they try to with this this intimidating presence. I will say also, for intimidating presences, for its benefit, they don't have a limited number of times that they can use it. So you can just whip out intimidating presence whenever you want. But it's also based on the charisma modifier. Honestly, it should be based on like, strength or con or something. But yeah, Vex took 1 level of rogue. I see. Oh, that's nice, Phantom. That they update so that it shows levels. I can't imagine never playing one. It's so hard for me to look at those like monoclass like features that are at higher levels and like not want them. I mean, depending on the build. Where you can use strength instead of charisma. I mean, I think that's fair. What specific class build are you wanting to know about? I can tell you about them as of this episode. I don't want to know any of them in specific, but just like in general, I'd like to know them. Anyways.
Move kind of that crux a little bit more. One more. If you can. Beautiful.
Alrighty.
Let's do. I'm gonna do my claw attacks first.
Go for it.
To see what it does.
I mean, also that.
Was it?
That's fair.
Halfway between the two.
So that's 12 plus. It's always different. Okay. 20.
20 hits.
Yeah. Okay. So that is. I haven't been Mixie in battle in a while.
Plus your flaming claws. Don't forget your flaming claws.
6. So 11 damage for the claws.
That's an additional 1d6 fire damage.
So that's 1d. Oh wait. That's actually. What did I just say? I said 10, 11, and an extra 1d6.
Yes.
Ooh, another 4. So.
15.
So any of your claw attacks, or any claw attacks you do in any of your forms, now get an additional 1d6 fire damage.
Nice. Hell yeah. Nice.
And then I'm gonna do my bite attack.
Alright, go for it. Your bite attack is not
Completely. 16. So the
No,
20 plus
okay,
plus the plus my 6 plus 7. So 24.
Yeah, it's total damage for the bite.
Which is 2d6.
Your bad math is running out
5. 8 plus 5. So 12.
8 plus 5 is 13.
13. 14. Plus I get an extra damage for my collar. So
Right.
14.
Okay, cool. So after your flaming claw strikes across its outer body, its legs kind of pull away from the pain as you reach up and bite into the edge of its tail. Almost as its tail tries to whip away, you catch it and it pulls you forward a few feet as you just clench down on it. It eventually yanks its way out, taking a couple of scales with it. You can see a streak with teeth marks on the back of the scale. Awesome. Then your turn?
Yeah.
All right.
Nice, matey.
Tiberius is going to again. I'm going to cast telekinesis and send his glaive up spinning. And send it off.
He has a glaive?
Yeah, that
It's
glaive.
the
granny.
Yeah, it's the granny killer. I will say, so God, this is gonna be so hard. I want to read every single chat message, but I think I'm gonna have to restrict myself even more on chat message reading, which is going to be very difficult. But I will say the 2x speed for non-lore based combat. It's hard for me to tell when a combat will have lore in it. Like, I never know. And at 2x, it becomes actually hard to understand what they're saying. So I have to keep it, I think, at 1.75. But also I've been seeing some talks about like skill checks. I completely agree. I love subbing out certain ability scores occasionally. I don't do it all the time. And my players know that like subbing out abilities is an exception, not the rule. So, it'll be like sometimes they'll ask me, can I sub out this ability for the skill proficiency? And you can still take, like, if you're using fucking point buy, you're only at -1, you can still take proficiency in a something that you don't have a high ability score in. Agreed on 2x being too fast. Yeah. Summing out ability scores of skills is great, but also it is also kind of annoying. Yeah. So that's why I don't do it super often, only when it makes like a lot of sense. And I will also say that, I set DCs separate from knowing what their skill is, and I normally set my DC based on the in-character actions. So if a barbarian is trying to intimidate someone, I don't set my DC based on what their ability score is, what their modifier is. I set it based on what they do. So if my character narrates a super intimidating thing and I know the natural intimidation of his character, he's probably going to get a lower DC than if a similar character tried the same thing. So that's, just to point that out there. Like the same character saying the exact same thing probably won't get the same DC, depending. It might be only the difference of a couple numbers. It might not be enough of a difference to make up the full modifier spread, but it might be.
Rolls a 2, unfortunately, though. As it streaks off and spins back around, and then, it misses the creature, comes back and stops hovering above his head with a slow spin. It's just kind of curling his fingers, grinning at the creature. Go back behind the rock. There's no raise, no fool. Back to you up.
All right, it's preoccupied, so I just leisurely walk backwards about 30 feet, looking at the same wound that I started before. Yeah, but no, back up the chasm here, even further away. Yeah, and I'm just going to throw 3 daggers into the wound that I already hit. So we'll do that again. That I know that hits because I hit the last time. That is a 23, and it's sneak attack because he's occupied. Because that's 11 plus.
Ooh, those are good.
11 plus 17, 21, 26, 29, 34, 39 for the first dagger.
That's just the first dagger?
Whoa! Attack, man.
Next one doesn't hit, probably that's a 17.
17 just barely hits.
Just barely hits. Yeah, okay. That is an 8 of damage.
All right.
And I just wait a second and go, and because I was such a cock, it misses. 16.
So, perfect. Second dagger. Actually wedges into the second dagger, opening the wound even more. Like, perfect opening. You go to the third one, and it's going wise to it, and turns around and actually rakes its claw out and deflects the dagger midair.
Bex, look at me! Oh, shit.
So close.
Nice one. Nice.
Turn. That brings us to Scanlan.
This is unusual. Okay. I still have my Bigby's hand up, so I kind of do one of these where I say, oh, nice guy, see? Oh! And I just poke him in the eyes.
All right. As you say, nice guy, hey, he's just hands floating up in the air, and his head snarls out and tries to bite at the hand. Go ahead and roll your spell attack.
19.
Yeah!
All right. So you can go ahead and, let's see, this one. Yeah, 4d8 points of force damage.
Into the eyes. Into the eyeballs.
19.
19 points of force damage as you jam both of its fingers into the sides of its head, both of its eyes recoil on it, reaches out and starts thrashing at the air around as the hand kind of just dodges around from it.
I hide behind Trinket. With the smell of sort of smoldering fur in my nose.
Yeah.
And as a bonus action, who's up next? Who's coming soon? Percy next?
I'm up next.
Okay, I will inspire Percy.
Thank you.
I'll just start doing this move, and I put some scaling on you. Put a needle here. And I get closer.
Pour some sugar on me, SSH. I don't know who by. Fuck.
Oh
God.
Scaling on you.
Definitely.
You begrudgingly take a d10 inspiration dice from Scanlan.
Is the creature blinded from the pokey poke?
It is not.
Damn it.
It is a resilient creature, and the impact is mainly absorbed by the ocular sockets as opposed to the eyes
I
themselves.
asked for science. Jesus.
Just going around. All right, it's going to turn Percy up.
All right, I'm going to try and fix this broken piece of Joseph.
Do I lose another spell for that, or is that just the
So
same?
you can maintain concentration on it.
I hit a 12, which is just barely enough to fix it.
Okay. So you take your action to go ahead and repair the gun.
And I'm going to burn an action surge.
Okay.
So I'm like, I finally get it, and it just starts going. I'm just going to empty out the chamber.
All right, 3 shots.
It just starts going.
Oh, Nelly.
Using your bonus action to reload.
Figure out the trigger gun.
I don't have to reload yet. I've got 6 shots, so we're still 3 in the chamber.
That's right. Yeah.
Unless you actually,
As part of Misfire, you lose 1, so you have 2 in the chamber right now.
I have 2 in the chamber?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll do 2 and then use the third one to reload. Okay, all right. This will be fun. Sharpshooter shot. That's 22.
22 hits.
Nice.
I'll just take the second shot right now. That's really. Are we going there?
No.
Did you misfire again?
You misfired
You roll.
again.
Misfired again. I rolled 2.
No!
I got 1 shot off.
Got 1 shot off, good roll damage. Sharpshooter damage, so I guess plus 10 damage.
Yeah.
That's fine. Can you have added inspiration dice to that?
To a misfire?
No, Misfire still hits. There's a lot of strength to the gunslinger. It's just the one penalty if you roll bad.
So that's okay. At least this is a badass. At least it's
Well, it's a pretty large penalty. I'll just say that. Thank you, Mr. Dad. I appreciate it.
damage 16, 17, 24 damage plus 4 points of fire damage.
Nice. Okay, so
Also, okay, I will also say I didn't want to jinx it by even bringing it up. I am getting sick. So if you hear me sniffling and coughing, that is why. So this might turn into a 2-parter, even if we're making good time, just based on how my voice reacts. We will see. But that also might be why. If I lose a thought during the middle of it, that might be why. But I think I'll be okay. I'm drinking lots of water, as always. So we'll see. We'll see. Take a cough drop.
as you go, you fix it.
I actually should, yeah.
It takes the first shot with a burst of flame that shoots out the front of the barrel. The second shot, this time the actual metal in the front arcs upward, and it looks like this is going to take a moment to really seriously repair it. Critter Box is coming through pretty rough in this fight.
Oh no.
So that's your turn.
Not as rough as Stitch over there, huh?
We're in a group.
Yeah. And the creature does regain use of its lightning breath.
I should go and make some
I was about to say, and
you want to move here?
Yeah, I want to get a little further back. I want to roll the other side of the cave again if possible.
Which way? I mean, over here?
Yeah, like see that little outcropping of rock?
Right here?
Further back. Like yeah, like that, like over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Smart
choose
move,
not to,
Percy.
Mr. Dad.
Alrighty.
Why are you abandoning me?
Okay. That ends Percy's turn.
The beast.
Don't think too hard.
Just burps out lightning.
Jesus, I don't think I've ever seen him do this.
I know.
Guys, what is he doing?
He's thinking.
Guys, we broke the DM.
You know,
You know the silence before the
Optimal.
storm?
this is bad.
He erupts.
Yes, it's anything.
Alright, so.
Oh no.
Started that for a really long time.
Here comes the other three.
Here comes the boom.
So, this be here is going to shift
Here?
back here. You get
Here?
attack opportunity on it. Keyleth,
There?
so big
Everywhere?
swing.
Fire slap.
So 16?
16 just misses. It gets right out of your grasp. The flames just lick across the outside of its scales. As it pulls back, rears down right in your face. And Godzilla style just unleashes a burst of electrical energy.
Dodge it,
And
dodge
Keyleth,
it.
and you guys both make dexterity saving throws.
With
Me,
inspiration.
Rog? Okay.
With inspiration.
Dexterity
I don't need it.
saves?
I don't need it.
That's not good.
19.
4.
Okay, 33 points of lightning damage to you. Rog, 66 to you.
Can I use my stone's endurance?
You can.
Okay.
What's
Is my mic volume low? God. No? Yes?
maximum health in Macy's form?
Looking. I'm out. I'm out of
Okay.
Keyleth form.
And how much damage goes over?
Not that many, I think. 12.
12. Okay, so as Minxie all of a sudden gets blasted, you can see the form shrink down to Keyleth's normal form on the ground, hand still flaming, a little bit of singe to the back of her hair, and kind of stands back up.
I'll take that.
Oh no.
All right, that'll end its turn. Next, you're up.
Oh god. Okay, I'm going to. Can I, as a bonus action, give Trinket a healing potion?
You can. That would be more an action to feed it to something else.
Okay, never mind. I'm going to attack it.
Okay.
Okay.
How down is Trinket?
He's
Man.
oh, I missed. That's 14.
14 with
And there we solidify the classic, it's an action, or it's a bonus action to take it, action to feed it to someone else ruling. Right there.
And unfortunately, first arrow just ricochets and shatters
Great,
across the
good
mark's
times,
body.
good times. 16. Both miss.
Both arrows
Okay.
just explode across the tide. It's too thick.
Waste. This dice is out for the rest of the game, and I am gonna run to the. I'm gonna run. Is there an outcropping where we are? I can't see.
Right here a little bit. If you pull fully in on this side.
I'm gonna pull fully in on
Okay.
that side.
Forget laser pointers, by the way, guys. It's good from
I can't see.
I know. Just a
Oh.
All right, and Trinket's going to stay there. Move.
And he's gonna keep protecting Scanlan.
All right, Trinket's going to stay right there, guarding the giant gnome.
Oh, thank you.
Dice chair.
Giant hand, small. Go here.
I try and match the Godzilla roar. It's not really as good. Nice swing 3 times. Go for fire hammer. That's 18.
18. That hits.
21.
21 hits.
And 19.
19 hits. Still damage.
Yeah.
Nice. 13.
Who's been hit?
23. And 17, 22.
Alrighty. I don't do this.
You
never said something rough.
Oh my god! I mean, I know that we're watching on fast speed, but I remember Behir's being tougher. Holy shit! I guess they have. Liam especially did ludicrous
I'd like
damage.
to reach up with my firebrand warhammer, and I would like to smash it on top of its skull, and when it hits the ground, I just like to turn it into jelly and paste, and sweet jams that I can bottle up and sell later.
You guys watch this continuous barrage, this horrible bludgeoning. Every impact almost quakes the inside of this valley. Rocks are beginning to tumble and fall around it, and you see just each horrible, sickening smack. Its head just collapses more and more. The mush begins to spill out from under it. This giant pool of like dark violet liquid and gelatinous mush that was.
Dude, he did go splat. I mean, look, I've gone on my potion rant in the past. But throwing in BG3 is so much fun. It's why I have Karlak as a berserker barbarian, because that bonus action throw comes in helpful a lot more than you would think. Mercy Monk punch healing is funnier. Okay, Mercy Monk is an insane concept. The punch healing is ludicrous. I believe that it's actually based in like something else. And to be fair, I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and that's literally the entire concept for Part 4's JoJo's main stand. But I agree that Mercy Monk is hilarious. Extreme sports massage.
Once the inside of its head beginning to just grow around it as Scrog just keeps hitting and hitting and hitting and hitting and hitting and hitting
Grog?
hitting.
Grog?
I used Bigby's hand to stop the hammer.
Maybe you unrage. Rage. Lullaby, hope. Lullaby.
Think of the beard.
Okay, and at the end of that combat, it is 7 o'clock. I'm gonna try to stick to playing or going on breaks every like hour and a half. Give my own voice a little bit of rest. But I'll let I should let the timer run out. Berserk Barbarian is another one of those BG3 improvements. The OG class is just kind of bad. Oh, 1,000% Heath. In the BG3 class specifically uses an improvement. Oh, why did it reset the timer? Whatever. Specifically uses an improvement that they have presented in 1D&D, which is, I mean, they don't call it this in Baldur's Gate, but Baldur's Gate 3 for Berserker Barbarian essentially uses 1D&D's exhaustion mechanic, where you just take -1 to all of your rolls every time, you use it. Or every time, you make that bonus attack, which is incredible. I mean, Berserker Barbarian in D&D, taking a level of exhaustion after you rage is ludicrous. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. So what an extreme detriment for that class. Healing daggers are one of my favorite dumb magic items. Yeah. How do you want? Oh yeah. How do you want to do this? You're totally right. Boop. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some cough drops. Sun's getting real low. Oh yeah. Go to sleep. Flat 7-Up is a dark horse drink for when you're sick. I might have to get some 7-Up because I have a soda that I generally drink, but I should get like some 7-Up or some Sprite. Although I don't get too nauseous or anything. I just get, my voice just starts to go, which you can kind of fucking hear it already. But anyways, we're going to take a real quick BRB. I'm going to fucking try to play another ad. It probably won't work, but we'll see. And I will be back in a moment. Dunna, 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 dunna. What up, what up, what up? I'm pretty sure we've gotten bingo before. Once before. In all of our history. Are you in the pocket of Big Coke or Big Pepsi? I reject your two-party system, and I submit Dr. Pepper. Actually, I vote for the third party. Yeah, no, I don't really drink a lot of, I mostly drink, like, super off-brand shit. Like, I drink, Zevia and sometimes Dr. Thunder, but really, really, really rarely. But yeah, it's, if I'm drinking, like, a really popular soda, it's probably Dr. Pepper. Paige loves Coke, but as a, like, advertising company, because she's in advertising and she would love to do, like, a halftime commercial for Coke. Yeah. Is the plan to go all the way through the 3 campaigns like this? That's the plan. I mean, it will take a long time, obviously. But yeah, that's generally the plan. Ideally, I would eventually like to stream more often so that we can get through it quicker and, like, actually do it a little bit more consistently than twice a week. Like, ideally, I'd like to do it, like, Monday, Wednesday, Friday nights. But personal life and mostly, honestly, it's that I have a day job. That, you know, if I could do other things during the day and then stream at night, that'd be fantastic, but day job. So yeah. Did you get some tea? No, I'd have to put on the kettle and shit, and that sounds like a lot of work. I did get cough drops though. That's dope. I'm here for that. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's get it. We'll be here. We're going to be here 10 years. I mean, unless I up the pace, yeah. Yeah, the man screwing us once again. You know how to make that. You now make that YouTube money. Now Eden makes that YouTube money. It's all going to Eden. Electric kettle for the win. I have an electric kettle. I just don't want to fill it up with water. That is literally it. Just make microwave tea. I might during the next break. I might make some microwave tea during the next break. That isn't suspiciously specific. When you watch 4 Vox Machina episodes a day, you can complete it in a month and some change. Yeah, that's not suspicious at all. You're totally right. You're keeping your anonymity. You're keeping it really nice and vague. Hey, man. That's what I'm saying. If I was full-time, I would just watch so many more episodes. We would get through it a lot quicker. But you know what? I am also fine with going through it slow.
What happened?
Well, real good.
Oh, look, we made jelly.
Yeah. Speaking of jelly, I would like to go ahead and do a nature check to see if I can salvage some goods from whatever.
I walk up to it and kick it and say, "That's trinket, you dick."
Okay.
Can I roll a hit dice to recover some?
If you guys want to take a short rest, you can.
Oh,
That'd
yes.
be great.
I would like to fix my gun.
Do
That
we
is
need to
a
hide? Do we
giant
need
pile
to,
of
like,
That's
climb
what
up
you
to its little cave that it was in, maybe, and hide?
Did it have a cave?
Was it a
Did
cave?
It had a cave. Didn't it come out of a cave?
You saw it was up on a higher platform. You didn't see a cavern.
Oh, I thought it was.
I rolled a 21 to, like, collect goods.
Okay. Looking through the book that you have, the creature you eventually takes a while to look through as you guys taking your short rest. You can use your hit dice to heal yourself. It's known as a behir.
Up here?
Behir.
H-I-R.
And
Be here.
behir.
Here, right now, present.
There are 2 things anything in the face and teeth are gone. They're just mush. The entire head is destroyed.
Sure.
The 2 things in the book that are worthwhile, like really worth money, are some of its hide can be repurposed for, you know, like lightning resist based armor. But currently it's unknown who has the speciality to actually work with that material. These creatures are difficult to harvest, and a lot of their locations are unknown. A lot of them were hunted down for that long ago and almost thought to have gone extinct. However, yes, you don't know anybody, possibly Karen and Iman, but the hide can be possibly harvested. There is also a gland in its throat that it uses to charge its lightning breath.
I'd like that.
I want that.
Okay, go ahead and roll for the hide first if you guys want to go ahead and do that.
Can I stealth and climb up and see if I can see a cavern?
Sure.
A little cave?
Natural 20!
Oh,
Yeah!
snap.
Okay. So, oh god, it's gonna be hard to talk with this. So I've talked about how I feel, obviously, about Matt's Oh God. Okay, I can't take. I'm gonna have to go and make the microwave tea in a sec, or probably during the next break, because I definitely can't do the stream with these in my mouth. These cough drops. I think that Matt is really cutting it right now. Like, a lot of you guys came over from Super Geek Mike, and the thing that Super Geek Mike talked about was my opinion about their shiny disease. You know how Matt puts loot in every single fucking body, and he doesn't need to. But I really I think he's almost getting there. Like, if he knows that they're going to loot everybody and that they like looting everybody, put one interesting thing on it. So, like, he's almost there. He's like, the head's, mush, the hide. I would say, like, I would choose one or the other. Either make the hide interesting or make the lightning gland. And I think that the lightning gland is an amazing example of, like, a small, singular piece of loot that brings us back into kind of the scene and the description and is interesting and unique and could potentially be used to create maybe, I don't know, a light, like a wand of lightning or something later on. Just chipmunk the cough drop and talk. My voice, I literally tried to do that, but it was in too many pieces. They were going to go down my throat. Large leggy lightning lizard. Spit it into a cup when you talk, then sell it. I don't have an OnlyFans, Robin, yet. They like loot, and they especially like harvesting monster parts. I agree. I've gotten past my hey, just put less loot on them phase, because I was definitely in that phase at the beginning of the watch through. They love loot. They love harvesting monsters. I think you put one fucking thing on there that's interesting. Like I said, either the hide or the lightning gland. Ideally, something that like works into the story. Fuck it. Maybe it's not even an actual piece of like valuable loot, although I would still try to do that for Vex. But maybe it's not an actual piece of valuable loot. Maybe it's a story thing. Like maybe like you don't really find anything harvestable on this, but you do notice in one of the wounds that Vax made seems to open up to its stomach, and you find insert some trinket here that is some lore bits about the Briarwoods. Maybe a desecrated cross or something. I don't know. But something to that effect. So that you kind of use their looting and their monster slaying and harvesting to progress the story, maybe foreshadow some shit for later. They're going to chop up the Barty regardless, put it on the bag of holding. That bag of holding is gross, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Check the corpse for traps. I might as being nice by providing loot parts for the layer that love that, or they've worn Matt down to the point where he gives in to their shiny disease. Mega introduces Jesus. Yeah, you're right. I did think that is true. There's no cross. Jesus is in my D&D. But yeah, I think that I like the lightning gland more than if he was just like, oh yeah, you find 12 Behir teeth, each one is worth 5 gold. That's fucking lame. But I do like the hide. You'll have to find someone to work it, and then it'll be like lightning resist armor. This gland that can be used to craft a magic item. Like, I can see those being very, very interesting. Since Trial of the Takes have the bag of holding, basically refrigerator bag of holding. I know. That's true. Put it in the bag of holding.
We'll take it.
What do I add to that?
So we add your
Acrobatics?
For the climb, be athletics.
All right, we're gonna try one more.
Really? Oh, that's not what it was. I moved it.
It was 14.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Oh no.
Oh no.
It takes you a little bit to get up there. It's steep and you slide down a few times, but eventually, because there's no immediate threat, you're given time to get up onto this upper platform. You can see there are just various parts of the rock that jut outward and have some short-term passageways that this creature uses as...
I'm so weak, but I'm holding to see if I see a cave.
Roll perception check. Once you're up there. You take time and help some other folks. You manage to harvest, I'd say about 10-pound worth of scales at most.
Who
It's not a whole lot because a lot of it's been torn and destroyed from the impacts and the damage you guys did, and parts of it are just not really armory functional. But you managed to get enough to maybe make one set if somebody manages to work really well with it.
Yeah, Grog.
23.
23. Currently, you have no eye shot on any particular
Don't eat it, bro.
tunnels. Nothing that resembles an abode or a cavern from this position.
Lick it.
I see my sister struggle
yeah, it hurts
climb up
my
next to
arms.
her. I do the same.
You're almost as weak as I am, dude. There we go.
Acrobatics? What is it?
Athletics.
Athletics. Oh shit, acrobatics.
Yeah, come on. Can I?
Mert, that's exactly what I'm fucking saying. And me and Heath actually had a great conversation about, or I think it was Heath at least. I think I was talking to someone about, Percy's class versus Orion's class and what have you. And I was talking about how, like, yeah, obviously Orion was a sorcerer in Pathfinder, right? Like, so it makes sense that when they're transitioning over to this, that he would go with sorcerer. But I think in retrospect, Orion and Tiberius would have been a lot better as a wizard. And I think that crafting magic scrolls would have been a great option to sate Orion's like outlet, like his need to create magic items. And just in general, I think that crafting consumables is a really, really great option for a lot of players across the board. And Mert, exactly what you're saying, like harvesting bits from monsters. And that's why I'm, honing in on the lightning sack so much, because that is something that is unique. You don't attach a gold value to it, but you allow someone like a gunslinger or like a wizard or an artificer or whoever wants to use it to craft something consumable, like consumable bullets, an arrow, what have you. So I fucking love it. I that is what I really like about like monster hunting and monster harvesting. It's something that my current DM, or one of my two current DMs, is a really big fan of the Monster Hunter series. And that's a really big thing in Monster Hunter is, you harvest the monsters, but you use it to go and do these armor sets or these craftings. I don't love the armor sets as much, but I do really like the consumables. And then I think it actually makes the characters less likely to feel like they're wasting them if they do use them, because they know all I have to do is harvest more, right? Like they may not get the same magic bullets, they may not get the same ingredients or whatever, but they'll get something that they can use to do something else. The fun way to give temporary magic items, 1,000%. The bag of folding is just a cooler. The bag of folding, no! The bag of folding, they don't get until Ep 69. Its only job is to fold their clothes. It's a closet. Yeah, the bag of folding is just like, it's like a duffel bag that they can hang on a hook, and it has all of their armor sets. Okay, actually, yo, that's kind of a dope idea. The bag of folding, and it's like a pop-up like quick change. You ever seen those like magic shows where they have the hoop that you put around someone, and then they drop the hoop and they're an entirely different outfit? The bag of folding holds, the only thing that the bag of folding can hold is different clothing sets and different armor sets. And you can pull up the bag of folding around you to instantly change into any outfit that is contained within the bag of folding. Oh my god, that's so fun. I'm making that shit. That's that's so silly. It was certainly his idea. I can't claim the credit. He made acid rounds. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Napalm bullets from Remoraz blood. That's so sick. Percy cries a non-artificer. The real prize is the bag of ironing, but it doesn't rhyme with holding. Orion wanted to be a sorcerer, wizard, and artificer, ranger, multi-class, all-powerful mage. True. Quick change ring, or just get glamored armor. Good, definitely quick change. And legit practical if GMs ever considered the need to don and doth armor. Oh yeah, 1,000%. I actually like probably like an uncommon, maybe a common, because it's not like that consistently useful, but like decent. Oh yeah, Shiftweave. He's having chat help him create an awesome campaign. Bag of folding, singing curses. Dude,
Flip a
Half the reason I love chat.
No.
Wait,
I can't.
I'll use luck. I'll do it again.
Go for
to
it.
get
You're gonna lose one of
past
your
that
luck?
No, we were about to rest. Wow.
No, I don't.
Really? You
Yeah.
rolled worse than me.
Oh, my fingernail. That really stings. Damn
Probably
it.
an action,
Give a
Daniel.
terrible display of rock climbing in the middle of this.
I laugh heartily.
You go ahead and roll for the plan.
Video game moment of like jump.
It's like Skyrim trying to get
18 is not bad. Do I get height? I'll take that 18 for 28.
28. Your
Max,
first.
can I see your dagger?
She's up a hill. He's up a hill.
Nice.
You,
He didn't even get up a little bit.
It takes most of your short rest, so you will not be able to use your hit dice for healing on this because you're spending the time harvesting instead. But you managed to, thankfully, the damage that Grog had inflicted upon its head destroyed most of its matter right up to the throat gland, which is mostly untouched. It's salvageable. You don't know how much it's worth, but probably a decent amount, as the book says that they're rare, especially to find intact. So.
Dick, right? What a dick, huh?
We've got jaws.
It's not even like a tooth. Like,
I'm gonna put that in a jar. I'm gonna put that away.
You did a number on that one.
Grog goes to work.
Yeah.
Boom. Killed it here. Take its glands. Money.
I may have something I can do with this, actually.
With what? The land?
Yes. You're very clever. Yes. We'll work on
I
that.
don't speak
All right, so
sign
you place it within a preservation jar
Yes.
in back in the bag of
Back
holding.
in the bag of holding, and I'm going to try and fix this mess for a minute.
All right, go ahead and make your check.
18.
18. Okay. It does cost you half the.
It wasn't a dual fail.
Oh right, it was a single fail.
I
It's a
have
dual
no
fail,
idea.
but it was separate.
Yes.
So yeah, you take some time with it during the short rest to tinker with it. You manage to bend the metal back into place, test it for a bit, make it so that the aspects of that move
Oh, did he say I have a plan? I missed it if he did.
smoothly and as they should, and eventually
Did
you
he say I have a plan for this? Oh, he might have.
get pretty confident that it's back to a functional piece of weaponry.
Not close enough. Oh.
All right. So as you guys finish this rest,
One more hit dice.
go for it. The sky is starting to get a little
Nah,
bit
he has to
into
say
the
it. He has to say it.
orangish color. Though you cannot see the sun from its current location, you gather you have probably about an hour and a half or so before full sundown.
Let's get out of this little taco. In case that was the daughter of something
But
else.
you guys stayed the night. Never mind, in the caverns. No, actually, no. I take it back.
Oh.
I just realized you guys stayed the night last time over on the seaside cavern and walked through. It only took you a few hours to get here. So no, actually, about midday noon. So I take it back.
We should still go.
Hands are straight above. But there is some cloud cover coming in from the north side. Doesn't look anything too dense, but
Percy,
Yes.
do you know how much longer we need to continue on this path?
Honestly, I've never taken this road before. This is further east than I've ever come.
Okay. Can we see how far ahead? Kind of what does it look like this goes on for a while? This
it
chasm?
kind of moves around, so it's hard to get too much of a visual.
Is the geology starting to look familiar?
Does my tracking tell me anything?
You can go ahead and make a nature check. Let's say
Also, for all of this, I'd like to
advantage.
walk about 40 feet in front of everyone and just sort of creep along.
17.
Cloak up.
He's a
Make
weird
yourself
loner, that guy.
Yes.
My job.
Make a stealth check. The mountains here are
It's
like you gotta stand for the rest of the mountains. The rock,
all
It's
day.
starting
here
to look
is-
like home, though.
Yeah, I mean the mountain range here is a large part of the material that is mined, or what is mined beneath them is the very, very rare kind of white quartz-like rock that is used for many, many purposes, and it's generally only found in this mountain range. It's kind of what a lot of Whitestone's original economy was based on.
22.
22, good enough. All right, so
17 on nature.
okay, I mean you got the same thing. The rock formations here match the same as the coastal.
There is something that Matt just said there that I don't think he had purposefully worked into this, but I think is something that you can very much work into a settlement, and it can even be its smallest shadow time. That one really tickled my. That one tickled me. But I think this is something you can work into your setting and your world building. One of the most common DM advice, and I think Matt's actually given an interview where I heard him talking about this, is when you're thinking about a town, you're building out a town that your players are going to go to, and you think about what's around, like what is the just stuff that's there. There's a mine there. Okay, so the town is based on the mine. You know, miners live there. Well, miners need someone to buy pickaxes from, so there's a pickaxe shop, and you kind of can go down the line from there. But something, I think that's like a really good thing to do to kind of investigate the economy of the world. But I think something that's also very interesting that he kind of very casually mentioned was he said that was Whitestone's original economy, right? So implying that Whitestone does something else now. And that's really common for things like mining towns, where like the mine ran dry and the people stopped mining, and something like, but people still lived there. People had lives and family and friends there. They weren't just going to move out. Some towns dry up, like some mining towns get abandoned and become ghost towns, but not all of them. Some of them had an original economy, but maybe something else started there. Maybe a interesting individual invented something or set up a business there for some, workable reason. And now that is enough to be its own separate economy. So I think that was a really, really small thing, but that can be a huge factor of like a location's plot line is, people that did the original job and they're now getting replaced by all the people that do the other job. And maybe there's political tensions between the factions over this loss of like what their town was originally about. That can all be very interesting. Is 1.5? Yeah. 1.5 is the default. If they're talking about something super important, feel free to notify me and I'll slow to like 1 or 1.25. But in general, 1.5 is the default. It's molten bronze skin. I see. This is so close to a spiel Matt does on how to do quickish world building. I'm telling you, man. It is like fundamental to how I think about how I build out like my worlds and my towns is a lot through that lens. 30 minutes left to vote for the Game Awards for those who haven't voted yet. Oh, I see. Detroit world building. Detroit is an amazing example, Hans, of something that had like this whole economy of cars and factories and vehicles. And all of that economy was slowly dismantled. It was moved overseas. It was moved to other towns. And now Detroit has to develop an identity through other things, but some people are very much still holding on to that very car-centric, that factory-centric way of thinking. Great example. Actual Detroit, not become human. That is, yeah. I assume that's what Hans meant. Maybe it's not, but that is how I took it, yeah. I assume Mega's game of the year is Baldur's Gate 3. I mean, yeah, the one that I would vote for. My actual game of the year in terms of hours played is probably this game. I got this at the very beginning of 2023. I've had it for less than a year, and I've put in 430 hours. I played it today. I literally do not stop playing that game. I absolutely love Brotato. It's not good. You probably shouldn't play it, frankly. But I cannot stop playing it. Timer. Oh yeah, Timer, you're right. It looks like Binding of Isaac. I mean, it's not good, but it's cheap. And I can't recommend it. Don't play it. But I put 430 hours into it. So what is that worth to you? I don't know.
The mountain here is all made of the same material. A few deposits here and there, just normal bits of granite and other forms of simple stone.
Granite.
Oh.
Simple stone.
That was so much better.
I'm gonna download it. Go for it, dude.
As you guys are pressing forward, at this point,
I will say, the only thing I'll say about it's worth the money. But don't go in expecting it to be like as deep as Binding of Isaac or anything like that. It's like a little small bullet hell thing. It was made at like a game jam, but it's so sick. I love it, but it's probably not good.
You guys are taking your time waiting, and Tiberius is getting impatient and is kind of crossing his arms. And, I feel like I should have got more material. I don't think I'm quite prepared enough for this.
Tiberius, you prepared a lot.
Tibbs.
Not enough.
We're on like a stack of mirrors. I think you've got enough.
Never enough.
What do you need?
Never enough.
I have an idea. Be back in a few days.
No, don't leave.
He sits down and starts making his
No,
teleportation.
we need that. We need that. We need that, Tiberius.
You are a heavy hitter. We don't know where we're going, what we're doing. He's strong. You're strong, in a way. Maybe hang out
He's
with us
actually
a
got a
little
lot
bit
of hit
longer.
points. Really?
There you go.
More than I do.
Okay.
You're stronger in frame than I am.
This is super interesting. It is very, very interesting. I can't remember if Super Geek Mike, I feel like he did. He talked about this in one of his in one of his like why we talk about Tiberius or whatever. About like people. Oh yeah, it was when he was having the bit about him trying to trade with Scanlan of like clearly, Matt is looking for an excuse to not have to play Tiberius. And all of the players at the table are like, no, keep playing him. They're like, no, Mr. DM, don't take away the character, which I understand. Like, I understand that to a degree. And there's probably an aspect of positive metagaming where, like, you know, they are forgetting about the meta of it and they are trying to play their characters. But I think there's also a level where, like, sometimes metagaming's okay. Sometimes we don't need to hover on the goodbyes for a character that doesn't need to be there right now and that the DM doesn't want to have to, like, worry about playing and accidentally playing wrong, you know? But I will also point a little funny thing out. It's so funny that, like, that's a perfectly reasonable explanation for Tiberius to be gone. Feels totally right. Feels totally natural that he would just be like, oh, goodbye. I have a plan, but I need to go into the teleportation circle, and just starts drawing it out before asking anyone about it. Ridiculous. You got a sack of mirrors. What else could you need? We need the action economy tips. I honestly think it's just scene construction. I don't think they're genuinely trying to convince Matt. No, they're not. And I do think that there's an aspect of that, but I don't know. I debate. I think for some of them, it's that, but for some of them, it's like, hey, you're at, like, I think Liam just kind of called out a reason that he actually doesn't want him to go.
We don't know where we're...
You're a heavy hitter. We don't know where we're going, what we're doing. He's strong, you're strong. Like, stick around. I think Liam legitimately wants the character of Tiberius to still be there. Could be misreading that. But this is one of those where I would heavily encourage players. I mean, at a table, it doesn't matter. You know, at like a home table, it doesn't matter as much. But I do try to skate past these things. And let's assume the worst. Let's assume that they are actually trying to get him to stick around. Don't do that as a player. Don't try to get, like, if the DM wants to remove a character from the scene, just let them. A player character, I should say, not like an NPC. But on the other side of that, Heath could totally be right that they're just, you know, having fun with it, fucking around a little bit. That's very fair. Tiberius doesn't have enough mirrors. Matt is really good at playing Tiberius. If it is revealed later, then yes, but I'll wait for John's really. Oh wait, is pointing out who had what in their inventory a spoiler? Yeah, I would agree with SSH. Like, if it is plot relevant, and that plot will be a thing later. But I think this is actually a good example. People told me that the Horn of Orcus would never come up again, and it was debated as to whether or not that's a spoiler. I am okay with that. If there's, like, something that I might pontificate on and frankly waste a bunch of time on, like the Horn of Orcus, like if chat had not, and I will respect the timer, but this is more of like a ground rules spoilers conversation. If chat had not told me that the Horn of Orcus never came up again, I would probably still be working it into my current day theories, frankly, you know? So I appreciate them for doing that because I didn't waste a bunch of time, and I'm able to maybe get more accurate theories out there. So if it's something like, oh, Tiberius had something on his inventory that was like kind of plot relevant and will never be mentioned again, you could maybe answer that. You could also ask in the CR spoilers chat. One thing I'm not sure is if they even knew Orion wouldn't be back. Yeah, you're probably right, Heath. Oh, and also that, SSH. Yeah, what you said. Yeah. I know, rip my voice. It's going. I know. At 9 o'clock, I'll probably make that tea.
Going, what we're doing.
But yeah, I think that is what I will say on that.
He's strong, you're strong, in a way.
Maybe hang
He's
out with us
actually
a
got a
little
lot
bit
of hit
longer.
points. Really?
There you go.
More than I do. You're stronger in frame than I am. Sure you want to go?
Tiberius leans in and whispers to you in a strange tongue, and it sparks in your ear somewhere. The player's not here, and the DM's trying to not make it too complicated for him to keep track of an additional character for the session.
LOL! Oh my god. That's so funny. If you need to take a few minutes and make it now, we can wait. You know what? That's probably not a bad idea. That's probably not a bad idea. I might do a quick be right back and go make some tea. At least just go and make some microwave tea or something. Yeah. Also such perfect timing. Okay, yeah. I will be right back. I'm going to make some tea. Hello. Yeah, no, John, I don't consider that a spoiler. To ask to go down to 1.5, that's fine. Or to 1, that's totally fine. Like I don't care about that. Cuz at that point it's so like the thing is like just about to happen. I don't really think that I don't know. I don't really consider that a spoiler. Sorry, I'm stirring in the honey. Oh, and I already got tea on the table, motherfucker. Also, Tea on the Table is a great prog rock band name. Okay, we're back. You sound so sultry. I try. I've moved to TV bed. Hell yeah. Thank you, Just Mustang. Yeah, no problem. Did you put honey in it? Yep. Honey, and I've got more to add if it's not sweet enough, because I'm a little baby.
I understand.
I know. I'm just trying to give you a hard time.
I'll remember that.
Oh no!
I grab Lockheed and we hold him hostage.
You can't leave. We need you.
Don't worry, I'll be back soon. And now I know how to find you.
Send an iPad with Pike on it.
He finishes his teleportation circle and then with a flash, it vanishes.
Really, Tiberius? Really? He does that a lot.
It's very much in his character.
Where'd Tiberius go?
He went to get an army, I think.
One more mirrors.
Might be more mirrors.
All right.
One army with mirrors.
An army with mirrors.
I can do magic. I do this great coin trick thing where I flip it on my thumb and then it lands in my hand.
And then you
That's
pull
the
it
end
out
of
of somebody's ear.
That's the. It's right here, except I don't have anything.
We start walking.
Yeah, no, I'm walking. At this point.
Progressing forward,
Let's start.
you begin to
Jauntily stealth
40 feet
ahead.
out, yeah.
the
Like a beagle.
I keep a perception out to see anything.
I'm keeping an eye open for anything familiar.
progressing.
Oh.
What we want to do?
Can I just bump into Vex and ask her to maybe scan ahead for dragons?
What do you think I'm doing?
Just dragons, though. 6
scanning.
miles. Don't you have 6 miles of dragons or something? Thank you.
But you have to do the hands.
It's a good album name.
Thinking.
6 miles of dragons?
I want to see if I see any dragons. Do you see any dragons?
Played in a different technique.
You take a moment and you kind of anticipate the circumstance, and there is what's the distance on it?
6
6
miles.
miles.
6 miles.
Yeah, man.
You ascertain that there are quite a few
What?
sources of life in this vicinity of some sort of dragonkin or dragon-like entity.
What? I don't like that.
Was the Bahir a dragony sort of thing?
Not technically not, from what you can gather, but you do gather there are a few lips that are 3 miles off north, like in the center of the mountain range. You don't know how big or how dangerous, but you sense there are some dragon or dragonkin life
Dragony
forces.
something. There's dragony
Could it
something.
be dragon eggs? Could it be dragon...
Dragonborn?
Dragon
No,
bacon.
Stanley.
You're not picking up Tiberius
Listen,
like 6
There's
miles
dragony
away.
things.
Listen, when I poo somewhere, I can see everything. You
I
don't
didn't poo. I'm sensing with my mind.
Listen, if we do run across a dragon, remember we have the Dragon Slayer longsword, which is a +1 to attack and damage rolls, and if you hit a dragon or a dragon creature, it gets an extra 3d6 of damage.
What are you reading? How did you even know
It's
that?
the most complicated sentence I think I've ever heard you speak.
Sorry, I blacked out.
Oh, sorry. Nothing.
Nothing, it's a growth.
What requires it? What do you have to do? Attunement.
Oh,
Come
you
in,
have
you
to...
just take a short rest with the weapon, kind of learning its properties, and eventually kind of
Caressing it.
essentially like
Whispering.
stroking it, making sure it feels comfortable.
Buying it dinner.
Nice spread, so it feels welcome.
That's more than
Maybe
I
a
usually
steak,
do.
maybe a steak, some salad, a strip cocktail. perhaps?
Just in case you need a sword.
As we progress,
quite
I
the
say
swordsman.
into my earring, Scanlan, I've seen some
Oh
of the
yeah,
world's
Percy
street
threw a
behind. They know
shade.
small.
Yeah.
Does Vex...
Seriously, what?
Wow.
So disgusting.
Wow.
I missed
Okay.
It must be good
She
though.
usually
That's
buries them quite
really,
well.
really gross, both of you. So just enough.
I don't
really?
sense anything.
All right.
Well, we're not heading north, so it's
We're not?
You guys are heading eastish, like pressing down
Nothing in
towards
front
the
of us.
westish. We're heading
Nothing
westish.
that I can sense.
I keep
Well, you
walking.
guys came up on the eastern side of, the western side of the mountains. You're now heading east.
Oh, we came up on the
There's
western
nothing
side.
within like
I
that
thought
we're
you
gonna
said
run
eastern side of
across.
the mountains.
Just flip that.
Western side of the mountains?
Western side of the mountains. So Whitestone's to the east.
Whitestone would be to the east of you guys.
Oh, okay. I thought we went up the eastern side of the mountains.
No. Short side.
I'm so
right?
confused. You wouldn't think I'd lived here before.
That would have brought you through the forest, and you were trying to avoid that. That's why I
Oh,
thought you
you're
said
very.
west
That's very true.
West
Oh,
side is the
God.
short side, right?
Yeah, there's a giant peninsula to the
It's
north,
been
so either side would have been coast.
So we're not gonna run into any dragons.
At least we're not going north.
And you're aware that they're not anywhere near close to you to currently be an issue.
Okay, we're fine.
In like 2 or 3 miles, we'll take another check.
Okay.
Yeah.
You winked at me.
Right, so
It's like big blast.
We're gonna just keep...
Birdie is becoming a nice little landmine right behind my chair, so that if I roll back on accident, like I'm used to doing when I get out of my chair, I will roll directly into her head. Very nice little landmine for me.
going towards the town.
you guys press on, following this winding path. It narrows at certain points and then widens for a bit. You come across, partway through, you guys,
Classy
both the
snow
twins at the front, notice around the edges as it begins to descend down into kind of the beginning of the valley descent. You see an edge of the mountain that looks more angular than the usual natural formations of it. It almost looks like it comes to a point, like an edge, a very sharp edge, and a smooth side.
sure I understand yet. We see a drop off.
It begins to descend in towards the valley, and on the side of one of the this giant kind of chasm you guys are at the bottom of, you see an outcropping ahead that's angular and pointed.
Like
Like it
designed
was
by
done.
man?
Like it was sculpted, constructed.
Some sort of outlook or something that was not formed by nature here.
Do I know what this is?
It's above ground.
You,
History check?
I'd say go make an intelligence check. Just roll your intelligence modifier.
Not a
I can do it with you if you want.
You made a history check. You know many things that exist here in the mountains, but at this distance, you don't see enough of it to actually
He's not gonna let me do it.
He rolled a natural 20.
for.
An
help
intelligence
out.
check because I'm an idiot. But
He doesn't know the.
I kind of want Grog to
But
speak
he's a
truth
mountain.
right
He's
here.
an expert on mountains.
Actually, this works out kind of interestingly. As you guys are walking forward and you're seeing this and you're kind of keeping back, Grog, you instinctively look over and go, "Oh, that's a stone giant fortress."
I did something smart.
You know, with your bloodline and knowing where you come from, and you've had a few close encounters in the Cliffkeep Mountains with a few of this kind. You've seen a few fortresses, and from just the details of it, the way the roof and the scope of its design, and the way the mountain range kind of lends itself to that type of topography. This is obviously.
Oh, and I drank some of that nasty dank in the fight with the hammer round 2.
Wait, should we? Those are bad guys, right?
That's bad.
We should not go that way.
We should definitely stay away from that.
Maybe go up on the other side of the chasm opposite.
The smartest
move around
little
the side,
boy.
Maybe hide to make sure we're hidey.
We could stealth through it. We
Yeah,
could
do
invisible
pass
through
without
it.
Pass without a trace.
I have passed that
And
trace.
climb along
Travis is a national treasure.
the opposite
And
side.
do we have invisibility? Oh no.
No, we don't have it.
You have invisibility.
I have some invisibility.
I have the
not
dust of
greater.
tracelessness.
Maybe we'll stealth it.
Can I hide Scanlan under my cloak? Can he use his invisibility on someone else?
If he was a cast invisibility on you,
No.
and you started him,
No, on somebody else.
What,
I could just
what about one of those things that
you
always
could.
works on me? A diversion.
you would move very slow, and you had disadvantage on your stealth checks because
No,
you guys are
I
having
don't
to
want
move
to bring any
forward.
attention.
I
Looking
could
for anything.
create a diversion fairly
In a
easily.
different
Like
way.
what? Like where?
I mean, I could. What's nearby? Is there anything nearby? Any animals? Have we seen any wildlife?
There have been birds that fly through, an occasional harpy in the distance you hear screeching, and you guys kind of just keep quiet until it vanishes or disappears in the distance.
That was perfect timing.
How did that freaking happen?
His ways are mysterious, my love.
You magic.
I also I totally agree, Heath. I also sorry. Oh yeah, no, it is Heath. I thought it was health for a second. Grog has an intelligence of 6. He knows what he's talking about. With 6 players, yeah. I completely agree, Heath. I 1,000% agree. I also think what he did just there with just narrating, like, you see harpies fly by, you hide until they pass. Like, that in isolation is taking away player agency. Maybe they wanted to fight the harpies. Maybe they wanted to scare them off. Maybe they wanted to, I don't know, throw something at them. Right? Like, the description of you see some harpies, but you hide from them until they leave is theoretically taking away their agency. But if you let them react to every single theoretical danger, it really restricts the type of montaging that you can do and the type of descriptive atmosphere you can create. During the Underdark, I really got on Matt for not foreshadowing danger enough, for not making places feel dangerous. And that harpy was a great example of, hey, like, this is a dangerous area. You guys just hide. And, like, maybe later he will describe something that they will actually interact with, and he'll give them the opportunity to interact with that. But just describing how there was this thing and they hide from it is a good way of making it feel dangerous and to keep kind of the pressure and the tension up. Oh, yeah. Totally Ed, totally Heath. Like, he was totally prepared for it not to count, but I agree. And that's exactly what I was talking about earlier with the intimidation check. Like, I generally DM tables that are lower player counts, 3-4 players. So I'm not as picky about who can roll for what, although I think that Heath's example of, like, only allow people that are proficient to roll is a good strategy, especially when you have 6, plus players. But more specifically, I will modify DC based on background. So, like his background, it makes sense that he might have more of an experience with this. Now, the role still matters. Like, what he rolls still matters, but I will modify the DC based on who is asking me. And like based on their character and my knowledge of their knowledge. Like I think that's totally viable. I went to farm 30 CR1 creatures for 4 hours. Yeah, it's
pretty lucky.
Holy cow.
What were some seafaring, like seagulls and various coastal birds, have slowly been disappearing, turning into more eagles and hawks, things that eat small rodents on more of a lush side of the hill. You see, as you get closer to the valley itself, the actual forest that surrounds Whitestone, is more and more of these birds of prey are beginning to show up. Other than that, you see very few small things, other than occasional lizards about that big in your hand that live on the hot rocks.
Should we observe this encampment for a bit just to see what's happening, or slowly as
we
we
see any
slowly
kind of
make our way around
movement?
it?
It's really far away.
It's still a ways away right now. You're just catching the edge of it.
Like, are we a mile away? 1,000 feet away?
I'd say you're about a good 600, 700 feet from it.
We could try to work our way up the opposite side of the chasm.
That would also allow us a good view of it as well.
I happen to have hallucinatory terrain right now, so
What does that even mean?
It means exactly what it sounds like.
I don't speak your language.
I can make a terrain that's not real.
Do you remember when we
So
psyched
we
out the
Yep.
Durgar?
It would block their view of us, maybe, perhaps?
Is it movable?
Could.
Yeah, I can't move
It could
with
block
us.
our view.
Have we, Rebecca, moved past the area where we need to slow down?
Some shrubs come along with
You guys actually used it previously to camp for a night along a cliffside.
Yeah.
You made
Right.
the cliff extend further than it was, and you guys
Yeah,
just
we set a
camped
bunch of
inside the-
Durgar into a chasm. They
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
ground
Yeah.
extended.
So we
Pretty
can-
awesome.
I think let's try to climb up the other side and then see what we can see.
I mean, I can do a lot of things. I can make a thunderstorm. I can make a sleet storm.
Ooh!
That would keep
Could
them
you
in
make
their
it-
fortress.
Could you make it
Or
fun?
very
could.
cold if they came out.
That could.
They like
I can make a
cold.
big storm
Oh,
on the
nice.
storm.
Their hills there.
We're also on a chasm, so if it gets wet and slippery and muddy, we might all go down.
That's true.
Maybe get up at the top of it and then do
Let's
that.
I like the plan of going up the other side of the chasm.
Can we try to climb the other side?
Certainly.
Giants like to throw fucking boulders.
Yeah, I don't want to be down on the bottom.
Yeah.
As you guys make your way out the other side, you're kind of helping each other. I want everyone to go and make an athletics check.
I put on my climbing gear, which
athletics
I
check?
definitely own.
Okay, I'll give you an
I
advantage
actually
on your
own climbing gear too. Does that help?
That would help you, yes.
I have mine too, so I'll put that on as well.
I don't know if I
know if I have climbing gear.
It's attached to a rope and a grappling hook that's in my
And
hand.
it was the same.
All right. So
What am I doing? Adding what?
you have advantage. You add your strength modifier, or your athletics is what it would be.
Do we add anything because of the climbing gear, or is
Advantage because of the climbing gear.
Ah, that's
26.
26.
We're all using climbing gear, or just
No,
those who have it.
I give you my climbing gear because I already get advantage. How about that?
We're
Does that
rock
count?
climbing?
Set against mountain. Okay, I'll let you do that. You can do that.
All right. Well, I got 19.
Jesus. Oh, so you don't
19.
Yes, I do.
11.
need it.
Is it 26?
26. Vex, what'd you get?
I got 15.
15.
11.
19.
Okay. A couple of missteps and almost sliding. Keyleth, at one point, you grasp her by the hand, and Grog pulls her back up onto the
No,
platform.
up here.
Over time, you guys make your way along this kind of very rocky and precarious, anywhere from 5 to 3 to 2 feet in width, sometimes even lesser than that, and you guys are going to shimmy across. You make your way around, you can see this large fortress that is built out of extremely large and placed stones and stonework. It looks ancient. For size-wise, it's 2 stories for a giant, which means it's probably close to 6 or 7 stories of height. Built into the side of a mountain, and it goes down like almost like 2 giant steps.
Wow.
It's built on the essentially where the giant bowl.
I called it out last episode. I'm going to call it out this episode. Great example of a challenging path. And in 2 ways, of the athletics check to climb up, but also the idea of this fortress that like overwatches this area. They don't know what the vibe is, right? But it is a very clear and present danger. Big fortification, so obviously could overpower them if it wanted/needed to. But putting it far away, I mean, 600 to 700 feet, as Sam pointed out, is not that far, but I think that was more of a miscommunication on Matt's part. But either way, putting this, very like real and present danger that isn't actively doing anything to them is a really good way to break up travel. Great way. Because it doesn't like guarantee that you're going to get bogged down with combat. It doesn't guarantee that you're going to have, this big long like mystery with like, oh, they find a trinket in the middle of the road. What is that? I'm going to climb a tree to try and look around, see what I can see, blah, blah, blah. Like, you can accidentally really, really, really bog down the pace of the session with things that you interrupt travel with. But a
The caldera, if you will, of this.
Whoops, I accidentally pressed the spice bar. A threat is really great because if it is clear and present like this, maybe they do take the route like Travis, suggested, like, hey, do we maybe like want to watch it for a while? Like, that is an option that they might always do. But I think that it provides a challenge, sort of almost gets them in that like threat combat mindset without having to take all of the time that an actual combat would take. And they can kind of add it to their mental map of something that they could go back to later. So if they need something that is, say, owned by cloud giants or whatever, introducing it in the middle of the montage and maybe not even putting it on the map, maybe, is a great way for them to be like, oh, we know where that was. Like, Matt, do we remember where that is? And now he can say, okay, you remember the general area, the general location, but you will have to search for it. You'll have to hunt for it. So introducing these things mid-montage can provide a lot of good things to pull back on later in the campaign.
This valley, this mountain range would be. It's built on the inside of it, so actually it's constructed as you continue to descend into the valley. Looking at it, you can see openings, windows. There are areas up top. You can see giant piles of rocks and boulders that are used for, anti-siege, for just throwing off the top, and stockpiles of that. You do see boulders around the ground near that may have been thrown and not picked up. Everyone make a perception check.
Big old rocks.
I feel.
That's an intimidation check.
Yes.
I'm not gonna tell you.
How did Trinket get up? Trinket climb?
Trinket.
Bears climb.
Bears are good climbers.
They're
You can
good
get up a tree.
climbers?
Yeah.
Roll an athletics check with
mean,
I'm
disadvantage.
sorry, but it felt wrong to lie.
It depends on the bear, right? He's not a sun bear.
It's an honor system.
Could I have given the climbing gear to Trinket?
No.
You could have. It just.
But we could
would've been
tie the
adorable.
rope around Trinket's waist.
Roll your dice.
With an athletics?
Yes.
Does he get advantage because of
I love how you
that?
said roll
Nope.
dice. Like
He gets
take your
disadvantage because he's a big bear.
I told her not to
Tiny
say it.
path,
Why'd you say it?
I'm just trying to be honest!
which is appreciated.
Strength modifier?
Yep.
He got 15 too.
Okay. It's been difficult, and it slowed your guys' progression, but you managed to keep Trinket along with you. This large bear is now, pushing against the side and has managed to keep up, but it's been
I've
been
been
a harrowing
behind him the whole
experience.
time, pushing on his buttocks.
Yeah.
Maybe
You got this, buddy. You got this.
So, sorry, let's get perception rolls.
Sorry, yes.
20.
19.
17.
Trinket is a character flaw. Leave Trinket behind. Leave Trinket behind. I do think that this is a good example of, and I think one of the things here is that I think him talking about how it takes longer doesn't really have teeth here, but I do think that it can. If you present a threat maybe far off in the distance that they're trying to get away from, you introduce some sort of timer to that challenge, to that challenging path. We've talked about it a couple of times in past episodes. The failure to the check doesn't have to be you don't do it, you fucking fall off the cliff, you can't get a handhold, whatever. It can just be that it takes longer, or maybe that you draw someone's attention. So let's say that Trinket failed that check. It would be lame if Trinket just didn't do the thing, right? And this is actually one of the strengths of Dungeons and Dragons skill check system, is that it doesn't define what failure means. A lot of other systems do. You guys all know it, Blades in the Dark. Blades in the Dark specifically lays out do they accomplish their goal or not? If Trinket rolls a 1 to a 3, he does not do the thing he was trying to do in Blades in the Dark. Flat out. That is how it is. D&D is not like that. D&D's not like that at all. As a DM, you get to decide what that failure means. And because Trinket just not climbing the cliff would be kind of lame, you can very easily make it to where, okay, if there's a threat, if there's some sort of timer on your experience, maybe there are harpies swooping in on you, or in the case of this stone giant fortress, you could have it be okay, Trinket fails his check. His paw dislodges a large thing of boulders that all go very loudly clattering down the cliffside. You have destroyed your way down, and you see some movement on the top of the fortress. It seems like they've spotted you. Right? So, that's the type of failure that I would introduce here. I wouldn't ever say that any of them actually fail the climb. I would just introduce a new danger, because in this case, failing the climb doesn't really have any consequences. Oh, Laura, okay, I have a rock now. Get us a bird and spare us all. Honestly, dude. Thank God she doesn't have a pet rhino or elephant. And there's all the bitdies. Marshmallow giant, yeah. I couldn't find my phone to type bitd. All right, I do need a counter. I should actually. I need to. Fuck. I keep saying it that I'm gonna take the stuff and move it into Nightbot, but I just haven't done it yet.
Can I use
I
passive
need to
perception?
though.
This is active, like actually looking for something. Passive is more.
Well, then I got 26.
Okay.
15.
19.
All right. You got 26, you said?
Yep.
You looking from this distance and keeping the best visual you can see, there is no movement at all from the interior of the fortress. And the two front doors, you see these two large stone doors that are the entrance to it. One of the doors is actually broken in half and left kind of partially ajar and open.
We gotta go in now.
No.
They could be dead in
If
there.
something could have
Lots of
taken
gold.
out giants, what could it be that could have done that?
Vampire giants.
It could be the Briarwoods. We should see
There are
everything that's up
giants
here. We
in
need them.
How awesome would that be?
Little terrible giants in the sky.
Can we please go see? Can someone please...
You want me to
That's fucking Into the Woods. Don't test me, SSH. Giants in the sky.
go in?
I can bird it. I can
Take
bird
your
it and go
invisible
in.
ass.
I can't believe I'm
Ready
about to
do a
say
recon
this,
mission
but-
real quick?
You're gonna bird in? They're gonna see you. Fly in.
No, but she's a bird.
Yeah, they're still gonna see you.
Recon it.
I'll go bat.
Yeah. They're so small.
But now you're not gonna be able to see anything because they have terrible eyesight.
Not in a small.
I'm just kidding. They really don't have. That's a myth. That is actually.
They
a
have
myth.
echo vision.
They have actually very reasonable eyesight. That's a myth. You can look it up on Wikipedia. It's true.
Very reasonable eyesight.
Could also be a sparrow.
So, in about like the 2 in the afternoon day sun, you become, that's what it is. But you're fine.
Go
You
inside.
become back.
Bats come out during the day.
I know. She makes her way down through. You swoop up to one of the windows and you glance inside and look around, and you can see most of the furniture inside is in tatters. There are large, giant-sized tables and chairs that have been broken in half and strewn across the room. Make a perception check.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
28.
8. Glancing inside, you also see there are
It's my echo vision.
splatters and puddles of blood, large bits of blood across the ground that is dried. But from your current vision from this, there is no sign of any living or individuals or bodies. It's just like this area, a battle took place here, and there's nothing currently present to signify who or what.
How big is this room?
This room is about 25 feet tall.
Does it look like it goes deeper?
It goes a little deeper, and then there is a slight, this is the upper floor, there is a grade, almost like a slow, word escapes for a second,
Like a downgrade? Like
Yes.
a
ramp. Thank you. A ramp that disappears below into the lower floor.
A sigil.
I'm gonna go into that.
Careful, careful.
We turn on him.
Fear of God.
Grog sacrifices the gnome.
So yeah, you do see the ramp heads downward.
I'm gonna go into the room that I see is for sure empty and kind of go towards the threshold of the ramp.
Okay. Make your way down to the threshold of the ramp, looking down. Downstairs as well. There is just looks like there were some fur rugs set aside that have been just kicked
No, it doesn't say that Matt says Siggles. It's just Siggles.
aside and bunched up on the edge of the room.
Like it's been ransacked or just like a really nasty fight?
Like some sort of a major fight went down. No sign of any bodies or body parts. No sign of leftover weapons or armor from whatever giants lived in here. You just see what looks like large amounts of dried blood across the stone floors.
Like something came in and slaughtered and completely stripped the place?
Or the giants slaughtered something horribly here and are currently out and about. You don't know, but...
Can I tell what the blood looks like? How dusty is it?
Dude, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Oh, wait, I can add the phone cam. I'll add the phone cam and I'll show you.
Shit.
Did you want to land and make an investigation check?
It's this dog.
Do it.
Do it, Batwoman.
You are the knight.
How much dust goes?
You are the knight.
Quite a bit, although...
Oh.
Not a huge amount, but enough to the point where it's not fresh. And closer look, the blood's been dry for a while. Make an investigation check.
What is the sound of a bat coughing? Thank you. Simple things.
Okay.
Investigation. What about it? Oh, 12.
12. You can't really make it out, unfortunately. You know it's dried. It's probably been a little bit, but you can't quite gauge how long it's been.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and any other rooms? Is this it?
There's the upper floor and there's the lower floor. There are two just large rooms on their own. It looks like you haven't actually gone down the grade yet, so.
So you said it's 7 stories, so it's like room, downgrade room, downgrade room.
Oh, never mind. I'm not going to be able to do that. For some reason, I don't have the droid cam installed anymore. I must have not reinstalled it afterwards. Sorry about that.
Stories for your size. It's 2 stories for a giant size. It's a large top room and a large bottom room.
Is there another room going on
Does
the
have
bottom
to
room?
do what was
There are just 2 rooms: top floor and bottom floor.
Just the top,
You're currently
okay.
on the top floor looking
level
down.
condo.
I'm gonna go out to the front door.
Okay.
Yeah, split level condo. Nice flat, Upper East Side. Land, and I'm gonna bamf out of my bat form and say, all right, looks like the coast is clear. If you guys want to check this place
Yeah,
out.
let's go check it out.
Check it out.
All right, the rest of you make your way back down towards the front of the fortress and enter the inside. As you go through the front door, you can see the door. The impact that destroyed it was from the inside out.
Oh.
Really?
So not like it wasn't beaten in; it was beaten from the inside out.
Oh.
And there is a streak of dried blood against that portion of the door. Looking inside too, you see there are a large cluster of matted hides and furs that look like it made for bedding for close to 4 or 5 giants that are kind of put in the corner. And there's a musty smell of whatever they were using to make it comfortable and ripe for their own personal needs.
Stealth.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's stealth.
Giants become vampires?
I don't know. I hope not. You should use the dust of
17.
tracelessness, Grog, just so our
Okay.
footsteps are not seen.
So what do you guys want to do in here?
Stealth.
I'm gonna go downstairs.
How dark is it?
You are downstairs at the entrance.
I want to look for any.
Down the grate, I mean.
Okay.
I want to look for any weapons that are lying about.
All right. Make a perception
I
check.
want to ransack the joint.
Actually, do more investigation. Be investigation check for the.
Me investigate? That's
Yeah.
funny. 8.
Okay.
Investigate a
I
perception.
find dirt.
You find a giant's fortress.
Investigate a perception.
For the perception is just seeing things at first glance. Perception, investigate is actually going through and like rummaging
Alright.
through and finding.
I'm gonna investigate.
All right.
Not
Shall
gonna
I?
do that either.
Shall I?
You want
For downstairs?
Yep. Go for it.
17 for my investigation.
23.
Okay. As you guys are going through, you looking at the blood and the way the splashes are, the blood that was spilled here was very thick, in large amounts of it. And it's probably been anywhere from 2 to 3 months since this entire fortress was ransacked.
Wow.
You do notice that some of the blood is dragged through, like something was dragged out of the puddle, but not for a long distance. Like they're like whatever was there was like cleaned off at some point or lifted up and carried out from whatever was originally pulled through those puddles of blood. You also do notice in the pile of furs and refuse and their bones, other things that were eaten and kind of left there to rot in the corner. You find roughly 120 gold pieces. Over time, you find a number of shattered glass vials like they once contained various elixirs. There's one that's unshattered.
I take it.
All right, and underneath it all, covered in quite a bit of filth, but a little bit of metallic sheen streaks through. You see what looks to be a very, very well-crafted longbow.
What's that? What's it? What'd you find? What's that?
Nothing.
What's that?
There you go.
What is this?
What are you gonna do with it?
What is this?
I'll use it as a hammock.
Shoot yourself.
Does it look like
Can I
it's
tell what it
magic-y?
is?
I mean, taking it, it's appears to have some sort of magical radiance to it. It looks like it's very well crafted. You recognize the construction is elvish in nature,
This.
and there are bits of mithril scrolling all throughout the bow itself with platinum caps on the edge of
Is
the
it
longbow.
evil?
I don't know. Keyleth, do you know anything about magic-y stuff? Tiberius bounced out.
I can try. I'm not as good as he is, but I'll...
Okay. This is basically a chest. Hooray! Maybe we won't have to do any more looting the entire rest of the time we're here. We can hope. But yeah, this is fun. Put all of it in one area. We're good for a while, hopefully. I will say, I think that this is an interesting little tidbit in the middle of their travel to help foreshadow whatever they're going to encounter. And it doesn't seem like anything in here was necessary. Like, it doesn't seem like if they wouldn't have looted this place that it would have been like really, really terrible for them, you know? So I like that a lot. Like, this seems like an optional area that is going to give them maybe some context around what they will see in Whitestone. You know, this is foreshadowing that, like, okay, nothing is here, what's going on, that will maybe get them primed for something that they see in Whitestone, like giant vampire giants. Vampire giants. My man still thinks it's going to be it with the looting. Would love to hear predictions at this point. I mean, I think what's going on here, I don't think we're gonna, if I didn't know better, I would say that we're talking amalgams again. You know, we're talking like Frankenstein's monster type beat. But we already basically had that with Kavarn, so it's probably not that. So beyond that, I mean, I think that what their theory is decent of like vampire giants, and so they fought a battle and all the giants were slowly turned over the course of the battle. I don't know otherwise. Otherwise it's just like hunting, you know, it's just like, you know, big blood sacks. It could be that they have all of these, that these cloud giants are just giant blood farms, just sources of blood. That the vampires are farming? I don't know. How does Kima fit into this? Kimo hollowed out the giant to use as a mech.
I'll try.
What about you? Kenna, do you know anything about Arcana?
Oh, 20.
Natural 20?
No, it's 18, 20 total.
Okay. Yes.
But yeah, beyond that, I mean, I think my general theory stays the same. I haven't seen anything else to make me change my theory from when we first started this arc.
This is definitively a magical item. It is enchanted.
It's definitely magical.
If you want to take a short time to kind of work with it and attune yourself to it, you would get a better idea of what
Fan art of that.
You think you could do that?
I want to look around before
I'm
anyway.
gonna think about it real hard.
Probably shoot
Can I walk out the
I'm
front
gonna
door?
buy a steak and I'm gonna.
Can I walk out the front door and keep post on the porch?
Yeah, I'm
whatever it's
following
called?
Grog and doing the same.
And I'm looking in the direction that we want to be walking, not where
I'm looking around. I'm trying to find out what happened to the bodies.
investigation check for that. Here are the potion and the bow you guys managed to.
I took the motion. I took the motion.
I know, apparently, from this roll that I'm in the mountains.
What is it?
I literally can't get out of the desk. She is cuddling the wheel of the chair. She has wrapped her body and her head around the wheel of the chair. This is a problem. I have to go move her. Stop it. Come here, little. Okay. Yeah, okay. I know you were asleep, so it's very hard to stand. Okay. Here, do you just want to stay like this?
I got a 6.
The 6. It's hard to tell. It's a very strange scene, and you have no inclination as to what may have transpired here. Who's the winner, who's the loser, and what's been done with the lock.
Sorry.
What'd you find? What'd you find?
Vex is making happy noises. Sorry.
She's trying out. She's taking the bow for a spin.
She's a tuning.
Seeing what it can do.
Do we see anything outside on the porch?
Over time, the only thing you catch is occasionally you see flocks of birds kind of moving through and kind of swooping through the area. You watch one flock kind of come up and begin circling a little bit. Make its way back down towards the valley.
Let's leave. Stealth it out. Stealthy outie.
This is for Grog, who's keeping outside. Make stealth check.
I'm with him too. I'm with him too, and I rolled a natural 20.
Yes, you did.
I might use your inspiration on this.
It's probably not in effect anymore.
No, you're in the mountains.
I am in the mountains.
Which means you have knowledge of mountains.
You don't get advantage?
on.
Let me double check actually what the specifics of the Goliaths.
Pretty sure
No, you don't take issues with cold climates because you don't actually get advantage on anything mountain-wise. It is a ranger ability.
So, can I add an inspiration?
obvious.
Scanlan's inspiration
I
dice?
inspired him quite a while ago. How long did
It's
those?
been a while. How long does it last?
20 minutes?
Yeah, that would have faded by now.
That's a 1.
Alright, she's going to sleep, so now we are going to have a little bit of an NPR type voice. I might just have to turn up the volume a little bit, but
Potential one wouldn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can't add
So
shit to
so
one.
while you sneak off to the side, you see these birds. Like, there's a lot of birds there. You start yelling at everyone. There's a lot of birds out here, like shouting it loudly back into the fortress.
Oh, shit.
Like, pointing them out.
Grog, those might be like centurion birds.
That's what I said, they're birds!
Yeah, they
They're
might be
not-
spies. They might be spies.
Yeah, I spy birds. They're flying
Grog,
everywhere.
Grog, come
Go
inside.
away!
Grog,
Go!
Grog, inside. Inside.
The birds immediately start circling the fortress very close. You can hear the screeching, and now you see the birds now. They're crows. They're very, very thick murder of crows. Probably close to 100 of them.
I cast Path of
Calling.
Trace.
Just circling the
Oh,
outside.
wait.
I'm still like down there investigating, and I pull a David Caruso and I say, "It looks like these giants had big trouble."
You hear in the distance an echoing sound go, formless, sourceless. You all stand confused for a moment, and then continue to try and stealth.
I run back inside.
Back inside. Eventually, the crows take back to the original
Wait,
path.
before the crows leave?
Yep.
Can I do something?
Yep.
Can I do something to
No,
try to
that's
do
not
something? I'm gonna go like storm, and I'm gonna sleet storm them. I'm gonna start
Yeah.
conjuring a sleet storm over top of this mountain right where the
It's so
crows
long
are.
since you've killed something innocent. Let's bring it.
Okay.
Do it, Keelan.
As Keelan concentrates for a second, you see her eyes, the actual color of her irises begin to fade. It's cloudy white, and then the entire eye itself becomes this icy blue, with a slight, kind of a cold mist beginning to drift off the corners of her face.
Badass.
You start hearing this pounding sound on the top of the fortress as sleet and hail begins to rain down. Go ahead and roll damage for the spell.
Oh, jeez. Sorry.
Sleet storm?
Mm-hmm.
Sleet storm, this is dexterity saving throw. This,
But they're in
it's heavily obscured. So yeah, it does not actually do any damage.
Oh, but it knocks them all down.
I know they're like frozen though, right? Don't they get frozen with sleet storm?
Sleet storm knocks things prone. It makes the area hard to see.
Knocks them
Douses
prone.
flames.
They're in the sky.
right.
I want to hear birds hit the floor.
And a few do. You hear, and there are a few birds that get pelted and knocked to the ground, encased in sleet, but most of it just really takes that note to get away from the storm and vanish and disappear back.
Do they fall to the porch?
Let's say one. One does land.
I run out there, I grab it.
No.
I rip its head off with my teeth.
Grog, you run out there, you grab one from the ground, it's like struggling, and there's ice gathering.
Stop!
You grab it, you pick it up, and you hear Vex go, Grog! And you go, as she's staring at you, silencing the crow. This sound. It's done. You hear the calling of the crows dissipate in the distance. Silence eventually takes the fortress once again, and you are left amongst the smell of death.
We
should probably
now,
leave.
stealth and out.
That's
That's
5,000.
Okay.
Hide ourselves.
That's the truth.
All right, you guys
We are
get out of the
We are.
fortress and begin to follow the path down into the outside of the forest. And just as you make towards the base of the mountain to where the forest canopy begins to take your vision, you can see just over the edge a couple of small castle towers and what looks to be a single central spire of the castle of Whitestone.
They know we're here now. They know we're here.
Yeah, I think
That was a sentry.
Well, they were just birds.
Yeah, but we don't know.
Don't worry.
Yeah, they're crows.
I needed to give her away because I was like, I will not be able to do a normal stream like this. So I gave her to Paige. And I'm also going to turn up the gain on my mic a little bit so that I can talk softer, but still have it be, relatively normal volumes. Yeah, I think that this is a great example of how foreshadowing and like the tone of all of this can really affect your players' choices. Yeah, those are probably just fucking birds. Like they're probably not anything crazy, but the intimidating atmosphere has made the players suspicious of even these crows. And fuck, the crows might actually be dangerous. It's possible. Like they could be it could be a murder in more than one way. So I think that even if they think that they are normal crows, these very benign things just coming out of nowhere to circle above you is very, very disquieting. It's a great example of how to use the benign, to use the non-dangerous to make your players uncomfortable and to push them forward. Like, this sort of thing is the exact thing that I criticized Matt for not having during most of the Underdark. He would just let them hang out in obviously dangerous areas. This isn't even an obviously dangerous area. In fact, it kind of seems like all the danger's gone. But he's using these crows to force them into action, and they're saying like, fuck yeah, probably shouldn't hang out here, even though all that happened was a couple of birds showed up. You know what I'm saying? Was that first crow ADR from Taliesin, or did we have some before this episode? ADR, I don't know what ADR is. Mega sounds like a DJ during the smooth jazz hour at the local radio station. Thank you very much. I will continue. Crabane from Dunland? I don't know. Spies from Isengard? I don't know what any of this is. It'd be spoilers to confirm or deny, but I assume Marisha is thinking of Saruman's birds from Lord of the Rings. Oh, I see. All right, if your players are this bought into the vibes, you're killing it as a DM. It's not cyclical. What's the word? It's self-reinforcing. Like, I think that presenting the vibes like this, like it's sort of it's self-reinforcing. It's fake it till you make it, right? Of like, I think that making them invested is assuming that they are invested and treating them as if they are. So, you can kind of start in the not killing it area and do a lot of those things to build up to killing it. ADR, automated dialogue replacement or voice acting done in post. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Feedback loop. Yeah. Good feedback loop. Yeah. Taliesin makes a very realistic crow noise. I see.
Don't worry, we still have the element of surprise. Oh wait, no, we don't.
And with that, we're gonna go ahead and take a break.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll be back here in about, I guess, 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Let us get more realistic.
Okay.
Right. Oh, we're looking at the city.
There's the city. There's the city. Shall we just storm it?
Chalkboard. Oh,
I was pointing at you.
At me, and I'm the city.
Castle.
Well, yes. So I can now recognize where we are.
Yes, you know this area very well. This entire forested area. The Parchwood Forest.
That was a weird little skip. Break. Timestamp after the break. They removed the 30-minute intermission. Oh, I see. Okay.
Forest that encompasses the entirety of this valley. Towards the center of it, center north, is where Whitestone sits. And
Okay, we're gonna take a quick bio break. I'm going to make more tea, because I need it. And I will be right back with more smooth jazz CR hour. Oh yes, also, Hydrate or dihydrate. You're probably all a little bit dehydrated. Drink more, pee more. That's the new slogan. I will see you all in a bit. I didn't have the mic on. What up? AKL, I don't want to call it early 'cause sick, but it might happen, you're right. Yeah, I don't know. I certainly don't know about it. That is probably a John question. There are no other timestamps, or at least no like substantial timestamps after this. So I'm gonna keep going as if, we're just rolling the whole thing. And if anyone hops in with a good timestamp, I will consider it, because my voice is going. You should get some rest, dude. It's so hard. This is the really frustrating thing. I'd say here to split it. Oh fuck. See, okay, I'll just cam it for now. This is the really frustrating thing about my sickness, is that I don't actually feel that sick. It's just that with my voice in particular, guys, I just naturally fucking shout, that the first sign of my sickness is that my voice just goes. And I haven't been I used to drink tea every single day, and I just haven't been lately, and I should be, because it helps me keep my voice up. So it sucks. I think I'm gonna take some sick days, but because I'm sick, I might not be doing as much this weekend, so maybe I'll try to get in the part 2 this week so that we can still move on to, 29 on Monday. I should get some rest. My voice is only getting worse. Even now, doing my fucking NPR voice is still kind of painful. You should get some Hulk juice. Ninjom Pai Pakoa. Like all the VAs use? I will look into that. I've never heard of that. I'll have to look it up, but damn it. I knew that this might happen. Gollum juice. We'll tune back in for more as K. Billy's super sounds of the 70s weekend keeps on trucking. This is Megaphone Man Loudmouth Lounge in the quiet hours. Try lemon, ginger, and honey. I've got the ginger. I need to go and just I used to when I was in theater and I was show week, I used to go get gallons of Arnold Palmer and just dump. I would literally get a gallon jug of Arnold Palmer, and then I would put a full Haribo Honey Bear just into that shit. And that's I'll probably do something similar. It's a Chinese herbal thing. Fred Tatascore, who voices Hulk, was an early proponent. I see. This has been a reference to Reservoir Dogs. Hell yeah. But yeah. I think you guys are right. I think I should take it easy. So probably gonna end it there. I don't want to. My brain doesn't want to, but my voice needs it. So thank you so much, everybody who's a first timer. Thank you so much for tuning in. I wish I was in a better state for your guys' first time hanging out, but what are you going to do? Hopefully you'll be around for many, many more to come. I am excited. Already, the vibes have been very different in CR, so I am excited to see how they continue to evolve and how the stream continues to evolve with having new folks in and hanging out and participating. Yeah, I will get some rest. Cinnamon. Ooh, I like the idea of cinnamon. I don't have cinnamon in it right now, but I should put some in. Look forward to the next stream. Yep, next stream will definitely be at least book club on Sunday. I am behind on my reading, but me being sick just gives me more opportunities to read. So, like I said, thank you so much for joining. For people that super chatted, that's insane. Thank you so much. For people who joined the memberships, thank you so much. And I'll see you all later. Goodbye.